Yo, what's happening? Good world. This is episode number 46. Your boy Rick Rob is back in the driver's seat, and it's the 10 Cents podcast time. Man, I know y'all live for this. I am. Anyways, let's see who's here today. My man B, what's happening? How you living?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Bruins pulled out the victory yet again.
Yes, they
So
did.
I'm happy. They're moving on. Play tomorrow against Abilene Christian.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and add this one in here. You are also exceptionally happy because you're the only one out of the group that picked the Bruins. Yeah, we know what it is.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Bobo, you did too. My bad. My
Yeah.
bad. Bobo, notorious for the UCLA hate, also found a way to pick. Go ahead, man. Tell us about it.
Good morning, podcast land. How you guys doing? Living good here in sunny Menifee, California.
You forgot?
Yeah, I'm surprised some of you UCLA fans didn't pick the Bruins.
Here we go.
You know, it is what it is. And
So are you say
see what
some
happens.
of you, are you distancing yourself? Like, I'm not sure how that works.
well, I thought we talked about this in one of the podcasts prior to this that I should just switch to USC, right?
You should.
So-
Ooh, we
There's a
pulled
lot
a
of things you
receipt
just
real
switched to.
early.
So,
Yeah. Bob pulled a receipt on himself early.
so yeah, I mean, we'll go with SC and live that dream, baby.
I just want the world to know once again. This thing that I love about Bob so much is if you're not watching on YouTube, which you should be, is Bob always has some shit to say to you, but with a smile. So like it never seems as mean as it really is. And he's doing
I
the
don't try
same
to be
shit right
mean.
now.
I don't try to be mean. Well,
Yeah,
sometimes
okay.
I do. Sometimes I am. Sometimes I'm a dick. So
Yeah, you
Sorry.
are.
I
With a
apologize for
smile.
that.
It doesn't make it any less.
They say you always seem more likable with a smile on, so there you go. He says
Yeah.
something to you with his smile.
Baba diss you. You UCLA fans, they think y'all on team. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here, bro. All right, Luda, talk to me.
What
How you
up,
doing?
world? I'm doing good, sir. I'm doing good. This is Luda with the crew because this is how we do when we do what we do. I want to give a quick shout out to Ramon Chong 311, my friend. You're always commenting. We appreciate you. Much love.
Yes, sir. Yes. Shout out to Ramon. And shout out to our listeners, man. We appreciate y'all. Renee, talk to
Hello,
me.
guys, here from Paris, California, back at home. Want to give a shout out to my fiance. It's her birthday today.
Oh,
I
happy
love
birthday.
her, man. She's a great mom, so I couldn't ask for anything more.
happy
All
birthday
right.
to you.
Birthday.
Happy birthday.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Shout out to the moms. You know, I see what's happening later on today. All right. All right,
March
player.
babies. March babies. March babies.
I'm saying March Madness about to go down. Mick, talk to me, player.
Well, boys, I'm going to be two people today, and you guys knew I had to do this. It's tourney time. So the first guy I am, you got Mick Vital. Let's go, baby. Let's do it. Diaper King Vital. Okay. Secondly, in honor of one of my good friends, one of my best friends, you got Mickey Bobby today. Half a shake and bake. Bobby, happy belated birthday tomorrow. Mickey Bobby, half a shake and bake.
Happy
Birthday,
birthday,
Bob.
Bob.
Belated if you're
Yeah.
saying it early.
I
Yeah,
know
it's
that's
not belated.
But you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
you're saying it
It's-
early.
I was drinking yesterday. You know what I mean. Let's go.
We correcting people already. Bobby gave you a shout out birthday, and you already corrected him.
Yeah.
Dang.
that's 240. Hey,
Put that
well,
on
shout out
corrections
to
and corrections.
right. Shout out to everybody for the birthdays. Babo, we appreciate
Hey,
you.
thanks, fellas.
Yeah, hey, let's keep it pushing. We're gonna start in the first quarter. We're gonna talk a little NBA today. And we're gonna talk trades. There's been a lot of movement happening, man. Let's just jump right into that, man. A lot of different things occurred this week. We knew that PJ Tucker would possibly be on the move. Well, that move is official. He is gone from the Rockets. He is on the Bucks, and the Rockets got DJ Augustin, DJ Wilson. Looks like a couple of first round picks. What do you guys think about that trade? Good trade or not?
Good trade.
Good
I
trade
don't
for the
think it
Bucks.
makes a huge difference for either team.
I agree.
I don't think PJ Tucker's gonna make the Bucks a championship team. So
Well, it's not for that though. It's their interior defense, and he's a good post defender, even though he's short. See what he did to AD? He gave him all kinds of trouble. So
Yep.
they're just shoring that up so Giannis can roam instead of having to really play down in the post. And him as a weak side defender makes him a lot more effective. So I think that's a good piece, a good pickup for them because they're going to need that in the playoffs when the possessions slow down and they start going inside. They'll need PJ Tucker, and he can stretch and hit that corner three.
does it get him to the championship?
No.
I
No,
mean,
then it was a pointless move for me.
I
They're in the
understand.
same spot they've been the last 2 years. They're gonna
So-
get
Yeah,
there to
but they're making
maybe the
moves
Eastern
to
Conference
get.
Finals and lose. maybe the Eastern Conference Finals. They might lose before then to Philly or
Yeah, but you still gotta,
Right.
you still gotta show Giannis that you're trying. You're attempting to do something.
you
right?
can't
I
even
mean,
re-sign Drew Holiday. He's not gonna stay much longer than 2 more years. He's gonna make his way out of there.
Well, there's
You
only
think
two
so?
teams that can make the finals anyway, so all other moves that didn't work out are going to be pointless, according to you, Renee. Is that correct?
Right.
No, not really. Because what other move was made that was kind of as big as BJ Tucker right now?
Well,
I'm
the
surprised
Harden
more
move-
teams didn't go after him.
So it's
you know?
pointless for the Bucks because you want 2 reasons. You've been the number 1 seed 2 years in a row in the East, and you ain't made it to the finals. So if you ain't making it to the finals, what's your game plan?
Well, that's
Well,
my,
to
that's
keep
my
Giannis,
opinion.
you might have signed him, but we've all seen superstars force their way out of situations. So
Understood. That's
signing him
my
doesn't
that's
mean
my
anything.
opinion that they're not going to get there though. But there's things called injuries, which we've seen in Lakertown, that can change the
Mhm.
complexion of a playoff series.
That's
So
fair. I
having
still don't
said-
think they'll make it. Harden beats them by himself
Damn,
without Kyrie or KD.
that might be true. That might be true.
There's
Well,
I guess the Eastern Conference, you have a bunch of chance, and they have more depth with PJ Tucker and greater post defending. So I think for Milwaukee, they did a solid.
So maybe
I think
like
they
he,
did a good
he
job.
guards
I
Embiid
think,
instead
I
of
think that was a good
putting it all
pickup
on
for them.
Giannis.
they didn't really give up a whole lot if you think about it.
Yeah, they
I
did.
mean, DJ Augustine, like,
Hmm.
I didn't even know that dude was still in the league.
Yeah, they just signed him to like a pretty decent sized contract, and now they
I
got
was
to
going to
pay
say,
some of that. So they
I
lost
thought
out
he
on
was,
money
I
there,
thought he
too.
was on the Magic still. That's how fucked that
Wow.
is.
They gave him a couple DJs and a couple picks, huh?
I mean, it's
Yeah,
a solid
yeah.
move, but I just
I-
feel like it didn't move the needle for either team.
Have you?
It
have
could
you
though.
Well,
It could
they-
because once
it-
it
yeah.
comes to playoff time, they need some tough players out there, and they don't have that right now. So they need that.
And
He
they
does-
need
he
people
does
to
got that
step. They
corner
need
three.
people to step up. They need people to step up. They didn't have that
Heart.
before.
Yeah.
We could literally do the same segment if you guys see it on Inside the NBA where they ask Chuck like what team of players plays. We could do that to us, and half the time we'd be
Yeah.
wrong also. Because
Yeah.
like I
I
said,
mean, I knew most of them, but DJ Augustine, yeah, that one
Yeah.
surprised me. I think the biggest thing is for the Rockets. That was a classy move. I it's funny, all the stuff going on in Houston. All the stuff that was going on in Houston prior to Deshaun Watson's thing, which we'll get into that later, was showing that like Houston was losing everybody, and there was something going on in Houston. It was like a plague, right? And I mean, at the end of the day, PJ said he was frustrated with the direction of the team. He wanted to play on a contender, and they made it happen. I think that's probably the biggest thing out of anything. Is that PJ got to play on a contender, and like y'all said, he'll bring some heart, he'll bring some grit. I don't think it pushes the needle too far. But it's good. Let's talk about one more trade, which would normally be meaningless, so to speak, but I think it had big ramifications, and that was the Heat getting Ariza from the Thunder for Myers Leonard. Now we know what happened with Myers Leonard, right? And with his anti-Semitic slurs that he said on, what was it, IG Live or something like that, or something
Yeah,
crazy. He said.
something.
He was
Yeah.
he was gaming. He was gaming.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was gaming and he said some crazy stuff, right? And with that trade, which by the way happened on the 17th, the Thunder aren't intending to keep Myers Leonard. Is he done?
Yeah,
Like,
he's out. He's
he
gonna
could
be.
be.
I think
gonna be
he's- I
overseas.
think he's
Could
gone.
be.
Yeah.
That should happen quick, huh?
Man, you can't say nothing racist right now. You
Can't say
to the
anti-Semitic
left, like
comments
Yeah.
Beyonce.
when the
in our
leader of
bracket.
the Heat over there is a Jewish person.
Hey, I have a serious question though, because this is something that's baffled me like my whole life.
yeah.
Being Jewish, is that like a nationality, a religion? Like I'm actually really confused on that because like Jesus was Jewish, right? Just this is off topic, but I just like something I've always wanted an answer to that I don't really have.
I'm black. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how anyone knows.
So you might hit a
I-
temple and talk to somebody like a rabbi or something. And I'm not,
Yeah.
I'm not even being funny because I don't have the answer. But
But-
real quick,
but-
before we go on, real quick, with this whole cancel culture, like I think that what we're seeing it right in front of us is our First Amendment rights are being taken. Like that, like I understand he said something stupid and he made a mistake or not. What happened to First Amendment, right? Like I may not agree with what you say, but I'll defend to the death your right to say it. I understand, and if it was the N-word, I'd feel the same way. Like, yeah, okay, he said something stupid, but that means he loses his whole livelihood. I'm not with
Y'all know how I
agree
feel
with
about
you.
this,
Everyone
right?
makes mistakes.
And to that point, I mean, I think it's who he works for, right? As far as how far they want to take it, or do they want to keep him, or whatever. because you're right. It is his First Amendment. And as like myself, I talk a lot of shit. I say a lot of stuff that some people won't like or take offense, but it is our First Amendment to speak or how we feel or however we want to talk. But in my opinion, it's up to the organization to decide, do I want to keep this guy? Did he fuck up? What do I want to do? And I think it was the organization that just made that decision and said, fuck it, we don't want him, and took it to heart.
Right. But now he's going to be blackballed.
Potentially.
He could be, but there are other teams that could say, you know what? It's not a big deal. We'll talk to him, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, he needs to be able to speak better or watch where he speaks, because his status in life is right now.
Is he that good of a player to really?
Well, he's famous though, but
whether
he's
a good player or not, he is going to be blackballed like other people,
and he's going to be watched.
You know,
right? But after this season, let's say he didn't say the race is coming. I mean, how much longer do you think he's going to be in the NBA?
Nah, probably only had
there's
a
still
couple
a market for him.
minutes
I mean, he could be a journeyman. You know,
he's 6'10" and can shoot it. There's still going to be a market for him.
Yeah. I don't know. All of it is really weird, and I'll be honest with you. This is probably the first time that I can remember, at least right now. I mean, it's 7:30 in the morning, so maybe this is my brain isn't fully working though. Where you've seen it happen like that to a white dude, because I feel like exactly what you guys are talking about in terms of First Amendment rights and being able to express yourself. I mean, isn't that what we discussed years ago with Kaepernick? And everybody was talking about how that was wrong, and he didn't even say nothing. You know what I mean? He took a stand, and then
from the Eagles. Remember when he said something at the concert? He didn't lose his job. They kept
Riley Cooper.
Yeah, Riley Cooper. Yeah.
Riley Cooper. Yeah, he was straight out there. Niggas.
That kind of goes in Jamal's. Like, yeah, he said something ridiculous, but he still kept his job. He didn't get like.
What about what Montrezl Harrell said in the playoffs last year?
I don't think that's really racist.
I
hear you, but I just didn't feel like it was.
That's some normal shit you talk on the court. But
I don't know. When I'm on the court, I say some mean stuff. So.
Wild shit.
Exactly. So if someone can take what you said at the court and then hold that over your head and get you fired, that's crap. That's not America.
Yeah, but we're talking about a video game. Like you get that worked up over video games? Good Lord.
Some people do.
Yeah, a lot of people
Some people do.
Yeah, we've had a few tournaments in the past, some old Madden tournaments where not to say any names. Smashing controllers and
breaking
TVs
because one little digital guy didn't move the right direction.
Yeah, right.
A lot of people have said some stuff.
Like some people say stuff sometimes, and like you said, it shouldn't be held against them or blackballed. Like we all make mistakes.
I think a lot of times when we're angry, we say stuff to be hurtful, not really thinking how hurtful that can be, and that kind of affects things. And the fact that things are recorded nowadays more frequently than they were in the past, that people are kind of holding other people accountable for that.
Thank you, Dr. Phil. All right, we're gonna keep it pushing. We're gonna keep it pushing. I do appreciate you. Hey, so real quick, Renee asked a great question last night, and I want to talk about it. Okay, we're gonna get off trades real quick. There's maybe a couple of more happen. I think we have another week for the deadline.
25th.
Yeah, another week. So we'll see what else comes out. There could be some other guys on the move, especially now that there's injuries. Anyways, speaking of injuries, so last night in Atlanta, LeBron got a high ankle sprain, and immediately it was declared that he is out indefinitely due to this high ankle sprain. Y'all seen LeBron's post. He said he was hurt inside and out, but he's going to make it, his road to recovery. We don't know exactly what that means. Lakers are without our two best players for a certain amount of time. This means it's Kuzma time, but nah. With LeBron out, and then Joel Embiid is out in Philly as well. Who do we have for the front runners of the MVP? Because arguably these guys were it.
If
Who do y'all
LeBron comes back pretty fast, I would say he would be it. But if he doesn't and misses a lot of time, I would probably chalk it up to Harden, James Harden.
I knew you were gonna say
Harden's got to be one of the front runners.
Either Harden or Dame Lillard. Like I don't know anyone else that's carried the team like Dame has this year with no stars.
It's true,
Ain't even
but Harden
disrespected,
looks
he's
like
never gonna get it.
He's not Harden. It'll be Harden if these two guys don't come back.
I don't know. I don't know. Nobody in Utah is standing out, but you got to look at what they've done consistently over the last 40-some games. And it's kind of like when they had Stockton and Malone, and those guys would take votes away from each other. Your point, I can't think of anybody on Utah would say definitively that's the MVP.
$200 million Gobert is not going to get MVP.
Well,
No.
you know that goes. But,
He's
yeah.
ineligible for stopping the entire NBA last season.
Right.
I mean, if you give a team MVP, you know, what Utah's doing is special, and I don't know. I'm not sure if there's anybody that can derail them, and I know it's still early, but
You know how that works. Though.
You know,
That ain't
Yeah.
gonna
Utah's
happen.
looking good.
That ain't gonna happen.
Okay.
That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. And I agree with you, Renee. I think Dame should get that mention, but you know Dame is disrespected. I feel like
Yeah.
Dame and Booker, it don't matter what they do. Booker can go score 83 and he still wouldn't get the respect. Dame, he can Dame time it up and he still wouldn't get it. Y'all failed to mention Giannis. And as much as I don't love this, I mean, I feel like he's gonna be, you're right. If LeBron doesn't come back in time, it's between Giannis and Harden. And
I don't think Giannis will get 3 in a row. They're not gonna put him on that Michael Jordan level.
right? That'd be crazy.
He's just not that. Like he's great, but he's not that guy. Like he can't carry his team.
Or do you just don't want to give it to him?
No, he just. I mean, prove to me that you can carry your team and do something. Right?
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of
Because when it comes to the
lovers out there
playoffs, he's
that-
done. Like they
that-
put that wall up and he can't do it. Nothing. Zero.
But he doesn't have much around him to help him support. You can't do it all by
Man, he
yourself.
got-
You know.
So his team that was in first place all the time was never had a team around him. Is that what you're telling
Well,
me?
he does, but
Chris
they don't
Middleton
step up
is
like
just
he
another
does.
all-star that doesn't do anything.
No, they don't step
Just
up like
averages
he.
like 22 a game and like
Renee,
10
could
rebounds.
you be quiet? They don't step up in the playoffs. Okay,
What was
they
that?
don't step up. They don't step up in the playoffs. He needs people that step up.
Giannis doesn't
make
step
him
up
more
in the
mobile.
playoffs.
He can't do it all. You know, he can't do it all. But he's MVP the last 2 years,
That's not,
right?
you know. I mean, I'm not telling him to win the championship. I'm telling him to get to the finals. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
show me
Get
that
to
you're
the
not-
get to the
Show me
finals.
that you're Batman and not Robin.
Yeah.
If you're Batman, you can get to the finals at least. You can lose it,
Yeah.
that's fine, but you can be Batman.
Speaking of Batman, anybody catch that Snyder cut?
No.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah. Anyways, all right, let's keep pushing. I think we're all in agreement that it comes down to Giannis or Harden, right? For the most part, that's really what. Yeah, we'll see how that
Paul
plays
George.
out.
No, why can't Paul George just get it together?
Can you
Back
just
to the-
like take Paul
Yeah.
George's name out of your mouth? Like
Oh, George,
the Clippers still can't figure shit out. They
let it go.
they
Man. He
continue
said Paul
to
George.
have to have
He's
team
when did he become
meetings.
this
This is
Clipper
Luka.
fan?
You didn't say
When did you become
Luka.
a
Luka's
Clipper fan?
talented.
Paul?
567 other NBA players.
Steph Curry's talented, and you're not mentioning his name.
No, but he's
They can't get it
talented.
together.
Who,
Steph
Curry?
Curry's keeping him in the mix.
Steph Curry's
why
hurt.
would
He
you
just hurt his
say
butt.
Steph?
Yeah, he
He
sure
just
he
hurt
sure
his
started tailbone. Yeah,
Yes.
Renee.
And Curry's
In the
like not
bus,
even in the
never
playoff conversation, or they're not in the playoff list right
Nah.
now, so they wouldn't get
Yeah,
it.
nah, they're out. Yeah, they about to get another top pick potentially. All right, so let's switch up reels and let's go to the other big thing this weekend, and that's the tournament. The tournament is crazy. By the way, I don't know who ESPN fan is, but you keep killing us. I don't know how you got in the group, but you're killing us. I think.
Please leave a comment. How you
Please
got
leave a
it.
comment.
Just tell us how you got
subscribe.
it.
You out?
Hey, Rick, let me derail this just for 1 second. It's
How
about
did you
the
figure out our password? That's what I want to know.
it's
'Cause I
about the
couldn't-
tournament. Like, how do you have a perfect bracket? Like, I want somebody to
That's
explain that
crazy.
to me. How do you have a
That's
perfect
crazy.
bracket?
Nobody's got one anymore.
Same way you
though,
win the
in
lotto.
ESPN.
Bro.
I thought they
It's-
did.
it's not right.
No, they-
Somebody has
blown. But
They're all
has
blown
that
now.
ever happened? The perfect bracket ever?
No, but one guy had it. I think up to the Elite Eight
Right. Like,
last year.
Yeah, last year. But
Oh, not
that's-
last year. The year before. The year
that's
before, because they didn't have
yeah,
one.
How
last
do you
year.
do that?
two years,
How do you do
2
that?
years ago. But no one's got it now. They said that last night. There's
Oh,
no
really?
perfect bracket. Yeah,
Because I think after day one there was 128 still.
right.
that were
There was a
perfect.
lot.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
which
dude,
makes
I mean,
sense.
look at yesterday. I mean, did anybody see Abilene Christian beating Texas?
Hold on,
No.
we're gonna
You know
go
what I
into
mean?
that.
Like,
We're gonna go into it. We're gonna go
Well, I'm
into
just
it.
saying that's
Yeah.
there's been some
Back to my point. How
some
the hell
interesting.
do you know
Ohio over Virginia.
Well,
before the tournament?
Okay, so I saw one guy literally created an entire bracket, and he's got a different winner on
Yeah,
every
every
single.
time.
Like
Yeah.
that's what people do. They're doing
Right.
150
Yeah, that much
brackets.
time to do those brackets.
'Cause they're all trying to
ESPN lets
win
you
the
do
free shit.
30,
Yeah.
something like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Under
They
one
probably
account.
have
So,
al- it's got okay. Then you're right. It's algorithms. It's got to be.
Yeah, it's got to
Yeah,
be.
Sure,
Somebody
there's a
in
lot of
the
guys that
making,
have
like,
algorithms for it.
I got it. Like how? Explain that.
But still, even then, the algorithm's not 100%.
Yeah.
No.
right.
Right.
Well, we
For
definitely
people-
knew that this
for
year.
Jamal, for people that don't understand algorithms, explain that, sir, please.
So Bob's actually smarter than me in terms of math, but it's a real complicated formula that does a bunch of calculations really quickly to help you make some decisions. It's a decision making tool, metrics, but the math I can't explain it. Bob had astronaut math. He can
A lot of
probably
tech
tell you
companies use
the
it.
ins and outs of it.
No, I appreciate it, sir.
Wikipedia that. All right, so let's go forward. Like, we knew that this year would probably be. We knew that there was going to be a lot of parity. We knew that the seedings weren't going to necessarily mean as much, but we didn't expect quite this much. I know I expected a couple 15s to be 2s or whatever. I mean, it's crazy. Let's talk about some of the upsets so far that we've seen. We've seen Oral Roberts take down Ohio State in OT.
Ooh.
That was crazy. Ohio State did not look good whatsoever.
They didn't look good the entire game.
That was
horrible.
Yeah.
Oregon State took down Tennessee.
Shot.
Yeah, but
Pac-12
Oregon State's been
representing.
playing.
Pac-12 is
Oregon
representing
State
in
has
this
been
tournament.
playing
Pac-12 is
well.
representing.
Yeah, we should have seen that.
What about Oregon just advancing to the round of
Bob,
32?
you gonna let me finish? You
Oh,
wanna
I'm
host?
sorry.
Shut your ass. No, I'm just
My
kidding.
apologies,
No, I'm just messing with you, Bob. I love you. Wisconsin beating North Carolina. That's
I could see that
that might
one.
not, that one. I
It
would
was
say
an
that might
8-9.
not be. Yeah, that one might not be as bad. North Carolina wasn't
Yeah.
amazing this year. None of the big
Right.
guys were. Obviously,
I think the big thing was
is
is just how bad the game was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
yes.
Wisconsin, like manhandled North
Yep.
Carolina.
Yeah. There was a couple, man. North Texas beating Purdue. That
I
one was
saw
a big
that.
one.
I saw
Yeah.
that coming.
Yeah,
Rutgers
that
and
was-
Clemson. That one was in.
Yeah.
Syracuse and San Diego State, which is crazy because usually Syracuse isn't in this position, right? They're usually up there.
That one did shock me. I mean, Syracuse, Jim Boeheim's 2-3 zone. I mean,
Yeah.
it's legendary, right? I mean,
Yeah.
nobody plays it like they do. So, and that's all they play. They
Yeah.
never really play anything else, so they know how to do it. And if you don't have shooters, it was proven. San Diego State did not shoot the ball well the entire game,
No.
and I don't know. And it to me, watching that San Diego State game versus Syracuse, San Diego State kept running like the same offense. They didn't change anything to try to get any other looks. Like they
Yeah,
never
that's
went and
coaching.
screened the
That's coaching
zone.
for sure.
They didn't do anything. Like it was just like the three guys out on the perimeter, an occasional guy flashing. I mean,
Yeah.
like the most basic offense that you could ever
Well-
see against a zone.
And they
Yeah,
didn't make
but-
they didn't make their shots, man. I mean, Syracuse, who
Yeah.
was it? The coach's kid that was making
Yeah,
those
yeah,
3-pointers.
Boeheim's
I mean,
kid.
that
Yeah.
kid was on
Yeah, he
fire.
had 35.
Like, yeah,
He had 35
it
in
was
the game.
ridiculous.
Automatic green
Ridiculous.
light. Ohio beating Virginia was a
Shocker to
big
me.
one.
That
Yeah.
one, that one, there was a lot of people who thought, look out for
That-
that
yeah.
game because Virginia had to sit out and quarantine and
Right.
had to show up the day before the game. So that one was a little like touch and go. Virginia was still in it till the end, but yeah,
A lot,
And
of
then,
clo-
like,
a lot of games that were closer too.
there's been a
UC
lot of
Santa
close
Barbara,
games.
Creighton.
Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
the Abilene Christian and Texas game,
Yep.
which you
Yeah.
mentioned. That's crazy.
Shit.
That's
Dude,
crazy.
and I'll tell you what, hey, Georgetown had a good run in the Big East tournament.
They did.
Man.
But man,
Colorado.
Man.
They got
almost,
taken out.
they almost looked like they didn't belong. I hate
Yeah,
to say
that's
that.
true. Well, look at their record too. They were 13-12,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the only reason why they got in was because they won on the Big East.
The tournament.
They
Yeah,
won
It's kinda
they
like-
won big
It's like
in
the
that
Knicks. Find a way
Yeah.
to choke it away.
tournament.
So because they won so big in the Big East final,
Right.
I didn't see Creighton as being that tough. So I had actually
You
Creighton
took the
losing in the first
Gauchos.
round.
So did I. I had the
Yeah.
Gauchos.
But
They're a good
I mean,
team.
it didn't work out.
They're a good team,
I-
though. UC Santa
Yeah, they
Barbara
are.
is a good team. A lot of
And San Diego
schools don't
State
wanna
looked
take
like San Diego State looked like a great team too, and they just kind of faded away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they
hold on,
fucked up.
let's talk standings real quick now after all this, because we were talking about this beforehand, and once again, ESPN fan, whoever you are murking us. I feel like ESPN automatically put this person in. It's not a real
I
thing.
feel like they might be in everyone's bracket. Like it might be.
Yeah,
the
like
same.
this isn't a real. This is like a A.
There's
you
an
know,
ESPN
like-
fan in everybody's bracket.
Maybe that's the
Yeah.
leader guy. Maybe that's
the
the guy
pacemaker.
who's
That's a
like,
pacemaker for the group.
Yeah, this might be the leader or
That's
something
funny.
like this is crazy. So for our group, these are the official standings, and I want to make this known because I heard a certain person talking shit. And he at the bottom with me. There's Eddie P, Herm, I'm sorry,
Said
Mick.
Herm.
Excuse me. Brian, Luda,
What
uh,
up?
Byron.
Bad Man Jedi. If you guys know who that guy is,
He hasn't been on in a while.
There's an APB out for that guy.
Yeah. Emphasis on the lucky RQ.
Only
there's
one
a-
game out, baby. Only one
And
game out.
there's a Renee down there at the bottom with me.
There you go. He flex on that. Let me get that. Hey, loser gets money too, right? I'm just gonna go for last place.
Yeah, that's why
I think-
THC and Rob Weezy didn't go in.
Yeah, exactly.
They're trying to win the bottom of the
Hey,
bracket.
hey, who lied to me and said I was in third place? Because I'm definitely not.
Right? That's what I'm saying. I was like, who said he was in
So-
third?
That's
So
when I la-
it's
when I last
technically
saw.
it's third because if we're not counting ESPN fan, Ed,
You'd be
Nick,
tied.
and,
Yes,
and
yeah,
Brian
you'd be
are
tied
for
for-
first.
Yeah, you'd
Yeah.
be tied for.
I guess, but
You're only two
How's it
games
going
out,
down
man.
there, Rick?
2 games out.
Hey man,
Two
it's
games
all
out.
good.
Every game was 10 points in the first round.
Hey, I feel
Yeah, the
good,
key
man.
thing though is you got to look and see like how much somebody can still get. And right
Yeah,
now,
I'm at the
Eddie
bottom of
P's
that one.
Eddie P's got like a nice sizable, he could get 1750 and everybody else falls off after that.
I want to know
Yeah.
who helped him with his bracket.
For real. For real.
He looked at yours and then he
And-
switched a couple.
Yeah, went opposite.
Eddie,
Algorithm.
Eddie had his girl out here picking by mascots. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
Colors.
Let me not
But
disrespect her. I'm sorry. I don't know her
what
like
was
that.
impressive to see, like some of the other small schools with the, getting a chance to see their players, like the Groves
Yeah.
brothers, who Kansas played, and they were impressive to see. I think they scored 58 of their 74
Oh
points. Or
yeah,
whatever
from
it was.
Eastern Washington.
Right.
Yeah.
They played
All right.
for
Well,
fun, man.
let's keep it going. It's been a little flat this morning. Let's wake it on up. Let's get back to NFL. NFL. I know we weren't going to talk a whole bunch about the NFL, but a lot of stuff happened this week. We had the Patriots being extremely active in free agency, which who saw that coming? I've been talking about free agency being lit. I didn't think that Bill Belichick was going to be the one. In hindsight, should have known.
They needed it.
They definitely needed it. Yeah,
Yep.
they definitely
Looks
needed
like
it.
they're trying to go back to that 2 tight end set, like Aaron
Yep.
Hernandez and
Definitely.
Gronk days too.
Yeah, and they picked up, man. They picked up a couple good ones. I don't know too much about the guy they got from is it Tennessee?
Yeah,
Oh
Johnny
yeah,
He's good.
Joseph Ndu or something. I think that's his
Yeah.
name.
John
Smith.
Smith.
Yeah, John Smith. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, but I know about
He's good.
Hunter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and those are
Mhm.
two very formidable. From everything that I've read, they could help out a lot in the pass game, the run game, pretty much everything. And I know we were talking about the disbelief. Let me just run it back. Fuck it, I'm going all in. I'm doubling down. Cam Newton will be your comeback player of the year this year.
Oh shit.
Come on, Cam.
Receipt.
Come on, Cam.
Hey, he likes throwing the tight ends, right?
He does.
Olsen was
There
his
you
tight
go.
end when he was at Carolina, and he threw
Yeah.
him all the time.
Isn't
So,
Greg
the
Olsen,
comeback
yeah.
player of the year someone that comes back from injury?
Not
I mean,
necessarily.
or
That's the rule.
Necessarily.
From
Most
that
improved.
I
season,
just don't want
Most
you to have a
improved.
receipt pulled on
Most
you when that's
improved.
like the
How about
rule, I
most
think.
improved?
it's
But he's
most
still not
All right,
you're
improved.
not
fine.
gonna be
Let me
that
just get
either.
most
You're not gonna be that either.
something. Cam, come on, man. I rode high with you last year, bro, and you let me down 4 games in. Like,
The
Yeah,
most
well-
come
regressed.
back.
Hey, he actually, if you look at his last like 9 games, I think he actually had the Patriots playing a
Decent.
lot better.
Yeah,
So, and
Yeah.
they have a lot of guys coming back who opted
Right.
out.
That
I know one
that
person
opted
who
out
isn't
because of
Patrick Chung.
COVID, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Patrick
Well-
Chung retired.
He retired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I do
I
think
mean,
though, like they still need better receivers.
I agree.
They got
Yeah.
2 tight ends. That's all they need.
They got Nelson Aguilar, I think, from the Raiders, right? They
Yeah.
signed Nelson Aguilar,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, they
Yeah.
got Aguilar.
and they
Yeah.
also signed Kendrick Bourne from the Niners, I think.
Yep.
But I
Yep.
think I don't know if they're good enough to like.
Who
They're
knows?
better than
Well,
last
well,
year.
Well, Belichick
Offensively,
does-
they're better than last year.
But what Belichick does, his thing was when Brady and Gronk were there, they used the tight end a lot. So you just need 2 good receivers on the outside, good tight end, and a good quarterback to get them the ball, and they'll start picking up the pace. And that's what they're doing. They're trying to get back to their
Well,
old
and I think
offensive
too, you
style.
got
Well, they
the
got
defense.
two out of 3 of those things too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, I know
you're
one
right.
thing. I know Belichick heard all the
Except the
slander,
quarterback.
and he's coming back this year. He heard the slander.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It-
Yes,
You
he
know,
ain't looking
let's,
to do a rebuild either. You know what
And
I
I'm
mean?
sure
That
he
ain't-
I'm
that
sure he
ain't-
didn't like the fact that Brady won the Super Bowl. So
He did.
yeah.
Of course not.
Well, because the
Of course
slander
not.
just,
Part of
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It just began. Yeah. The disrespect is real. But let's talk about another team. Come on, Mick. The Cards is out there doing
Cardinals.
things.
What?
Come on, man.
Fans, the nice
Adriel.
And he
fans.
got a lot
D-Hop.
left in the tank. Come on,
Hold
Mick.
on.
Jeremiah.
Wait. Here comes Eeyore. Go ahead. Bring
Green.
us back to life.
Go.
I like it. It was 2 years too late. That dude.
Bro,
I don't know. I don't know.
On one
Come
side,
on,
they
dude.
have
I don't know what
they
we're
got
gonna
they
get.
got Nut. They got your boy Diop. You know what I'm saying? On the other side, you got AJ Green, bro. That's crazy. I'm playing that in Madden right now, and I'm unstoppable.
With Christian Kirk
Fitzgerald
Christian
still
Kirk.
there, right? A good
What's the
position
over? What's the
receiver.
over
And
under on
in the
Fitzgerald.
slot?
games?
and
What-
Fitzgerald still. He
Fitzgerald's
hasn't
done.
retired.
Fitzgerald's done.
He
What's
hasn't-
the
he
over
hasn't
under? Okay,
retired.
he's done though. Trust me. What's the over under on AJ Green? How many games is that guy gonna play this year?
He'll play. He'll play the whole season this year. Watch.
Yeah,
He's gonna
he'll
surprise
play the
you.
Yeah.
whole season.
Yeah.
The
No, he
entire
will play
season.
the whole season
Bro,
this year.
I
Wow.
think he did not want to be in Cincinnati any longer. He said this for like 3 years. Nobody listened. I think he just wanted to get out.
I think you get over under is 12. How about that? 12 games.
I'll
I'll
take
take
the
the over.
under.
I think
But
he'll hit
if he gives us 12, I like our.
Remember,
chances.
there's 17 games this upcoming season.
So
Okay.
hold on.
16.
You're not
Okay.
you're saying you're not going to win the division still?
No, not yet.
He's
Not
definitely
yet.
not going to win the
Who
division.
you losing
for sure.
to?
The
Not
Rams.
yet.
Come on.
The Rams.
So,
Hey,
see,
first of all,
Russell's
don't be
gonna stay in
disrespecting the
Seattle.
49ers.
Russell's gonna stay in Seattle.
We had a hurt quarterback last year. Don't be coming at us like that.
You guys don't
Bro.
even want your quarterback.
They
You guys are
talk
trying to
about
give
he
him
could
back
be
to
the
the
next
Patriots.
Superman. You know what
Hey,
I
we was
mean?
in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. That's all I'm saying. Don't be disrespecting us. We ain't fall off
Look,
like that.
And look, you heard it here first. Cam Newton's getting traded for Garoppolo to the 49ers.
We ain't want no.
Luda
Cam.
bag.
The
We gotta have a
West
soundbite for
Ham.
that. You know what I'm saying? Luda be in the
West
Luda
is up
bag.
for
You know what I mean?
grabs. The West is up for grabs.
Nah, I don't think so.
I think
Okay,
Seattle
that's-
might not. I don't know. There's a lot going on there. I feel like that. Where
They
like,
still got Russell though.
no, I know, but I'm saying like it seems like that's the issue. Like there's seems
They
to be an
re-signed
issue with him
Carson,
and the
too.
team.
We'll see.
Mick,
I-
when
I-
was the last time that you were optimistic about any team that any move that your team made? Of any sport. When was the
I
last
was
time?
optimistic in 2015, and then Cam shattered all of our dreams. And then since then, we've been a mediocre dumpster fire, and that's where I stay till they.
You're
prove
talking
me wrong.
about football only? He's
We're
talking
all
about
your
any
teams.
sport.
We're
Any-
not
any
optimistic
sport.
about
He's talking about
anything.
any
You ain't been
sport.
optimistic about anything.
I was optimistic about the Shaq and Kobe Lakers,
There it is.
and when we got Powell, I was optimistic about those guys.
Okay, there it
So
is.
you weren't optimistic last year with LeBron and AD.
I wasn't.
No,
until
he
they
was
kinda
not.
Put it
No.
together.
What about with the
We're
Dodgers
lucky
last
there
year?
was a break.
Were you
Yeah, lucky
optimistic
there was a
about
break.
the
I
Dodgers
was
last
just
year?
gonna say that. I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, I was optimistic about the Dodgers towards the end when the bats started going again.
You said we suck. We're going to lose to the Yankees in the final. In the World Series. That's what you said.
He had us
Series,
losing in
that's-
every single series. If you us
Being
losing to
that
the
way,
Braves.
Look, I get it. I get it when you're not optimistic
for
when the Dodgers
Julio.
were down 3-1 to Atlanta. I get that. Look, a lot of Dodger fans were kind of thinking we were done, but you know, you gotta.
But how many times have
Keep
the
hope
Dodgers
alive.
proven that they can't get it done? Like, let's talk about that. We'll talk about
I-
optimism. How many times have they proven they can't get it done and had a stacked team? Let's talk about
But
that.
I was
that's
optimistic.
facts.
I
You
was
can be
optimistic.
optimistic. I'm optimistic too that I'm
We
gonna
got
be president
cheated
one
against
day.
Houston when we played Houston.
As soon as we got Mookie,
Look,
I knew
were
it
you
was over.
cheated stuff
optimistic
out.
that season? Were you optimistic even in the World Series that year that we were going to
No.
win it?
No,
I
not
was.
after we went
I don't
that
even like
marathon
baseball
game
like
and get it freaking as soon as Clayton Kershaw and our closer came in, I got really pessimistic. Those guys won't get done.
Don't Clayton Kershaw,
like the
bro.
Dodgers.
Next question.
He will be starting again this year.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's not go to
Hopefully
MLB
he's fit.
just yet. I'm
Hopefully
not
he's fit
ready.
in the rotation.
I'm not ready. One last thing I want to ask before you guys alluded to this, right? You guys talked about the Seattle thing and Russell Wilson. You know, Bears said that they were getting ready to throw everything at it, and it's rumored that not only did he throw 3 picks at him, but they also dangled Khalil Mack out there, and Seattle didn't take it. And somehow, some way, something obviously happened where they were like, "Forget it, Andy Dalton, come on through, Red Rocket." I don't think that that's going to do anything. I think they basically just traded Mitchell Trubisky for Mitchell Trubisky 2.0, maybe. And which, by the way, Trubisky went to the Bills. What do y'all see happening with this Wilson thing? For reals, are we
Wilson's
just?
Wilson's going to the Raiders. That's where he's going to go.
I think
You
just said he was getting-
traded.
Oh, never mind. So he goes to the Raiders at some
My-
point.
so
in
I'll
time.
tell you
before the
he's going-
season or during the season.
I would hope
Look
they
at
get
that.
smart. if they're smart, do it before the season. I mean,
Well,
you
yeah.
have Michaels. This guy was bold enough to build a brand new stadium, take the team out, fucking give a blank check to Gruden, pretty much to build the team. All he needs is a quarterback. They're going after Russell. He's got the capability, and he's bold enough to do it.
He's not going anywhere. He wanted to whine publicly so Seattle would get things fixed and whatever. He's a franchise. In what world is it acceptable, especially for Seattle, because they haven't been relevant for a long time, to get rid of their best quarterback ever in the prime of his career? It doesn't make sense.
What about
I
Deshaun
only
Watson?
Have,
What
I
about
agree
Deshaun
with you,
Watson?
Like, why
They're
would you
trying to
get
get
rid of him? He's great.
Right.
Well, the
but-
Deshaun Watson argument's a terrible argument now, especially with what just came out. So I'm going to let you take that back. Take it back.
Aside from what just came
No,
out,
you might want
a lot of teams wanted Deshaun Watson. Did they not?
Yes.
Yes.
They still
But
do.
Okay, so
Yeah,
why
is he a
would
better
quarterback than
Houston? Why
Russell
would
Wil-
Houston give up their
Is he a better
franchise
quarterback than Russell Wilson right now? Yes or no?
right now?
Okay,
After all
and
the
we're
stuff
done.
that happened, yeah, it's a different story. It's a different.
So this
story.
is the only reason see giving up your quarterback. Most teams right now that make it to the Super Bowl usually have their quarterbacks on a team-friendly deal. Nobody with a big contract except Patrick Mahomes has a high, expensive contract that's making it to the Super Bowl. Tom Brady's is team-friendly. When Goff made it, it was team-friendly. Garoppolo's team-friendly. When Russell went 2 times, it was team-friendly.
Kurt
That's
Warner.
why they prefer to get a young. When Wentz was gonna got hurt, team friendly deal. Then they all get paid, and then the team is no good because they're all salary cap strung. So that's the only reason I can see you wanting to trade your franchise quarterback. But you'd have to get like a top 2 pick so you could get another
Young
brand new
quarterback. Yeah.
That's solid to do that. Because
But
most
what
of
about-
them aren't making it now with all these fat deals. Like
Yeah.
look at you
Hey,
can just see it. No one's making it.
you're correct, Renee. But what about when the quarterback just doesn't want to be there? Isn't that the case in Deshaun Watson?
I don't really want to touch that with like
I
a
mean,
10-foot pole.
I would say I
You
think
know,
right now
just kinda
Deshaun
leave
just
that
wants a
shit
job. He's cool.
No, I'm just saying. Prior to what came out, he did not want to be there. So as an organization, do you keep a guy that doesn't want to be there? Isn't that the
If he
case
has
with
Deshaun's
Russell?
talent, yes.
Right, but is he going to play for you?
Then sit out and don't get paid. But I mean, what's the problem?
You know, I'm just saying. It's.
I don't get to
I
tell
don't
my
want.
boss to trade me.
I don't want to keep a player that doesn't want to stay. So
You're
I'd rather make some
expendable,
move.
nigga. I hate to tell you that you're expendable.
To Renee's point, though, you got to think about your fan base too. Like I said, tell me when Seattle has been relevant besides this Russell Wilson era. Have anybody's talked about it?
Sean Alexander when they went
Dan
to the
Fouts?
Super Bowl with him.
No, Dan Fouts was a
Dan
Charger.
Fouts
He was a Charger.
When Matt
What was that?
Hasselbeck was the
See me
Yeah,
talking about
Matt-
stuff I didn't know
Matt Hasselbeck.
Okay, how many years were they
before my
relevant?
time.
2.
Just saying, they
Two,
went to the
yes,
Super Bowl
2
with Sean
years.
Alexander as a running back.
Okay, so if you get rid of your best player, what's your fan base going to do? They're not coming back to watch no crap.
Seattle's going to always be there.
Did
Well,
the Patriots
football's
fan
football,
base
sir.
deteriorate when they
No, they
lost
won't.
their best player?
Excuse me?
Did the Patriots fan base get worse when they let go of their best player?
Who's their best player?
Ooh,
they're-
snap.
When Tom Brady
Tom
left?
Brady.
Oh, Bob, that just happened last year. They've proven themselves as the last 25 years as a model for
You
I'm
asked
with
the
you, Bob.
question, I answered
No,
it,
but
and
Bob,
now you
hey.
want to throw the.
Why don't you answer with an intelligent answer, Bob? That's
That
a
wasn't an
stupid
intelligent answer?
That's a stupid
Intelligent
answer, Bob. Are you
It's a
serious?
stupid answer because you don't like the answer.
No,
Because you don't like it, it's a
the
stupid
other
answer.
20 years,
Okay.
that franchise has been relevant. So, okay, fine. They have a little leeway to get rid of someone good. Seattle doesn't. Bob, you're
Sure,
smarter
I
than
agree,
that.
I agree with
Pull out
that
the manual.
statement.
You're
I
smarter than
agree with
Bob.
that statement. I agree with what you just said.
I think
Yes,
Seattle
I
has
agree.
some leeway. I mean, Pete Carroll has proven to be a really good coach.
Okay, so
He
if
is
you're
up
the
there.
GM, would you do that, Renee?
Thank you, Renee.
What was that?
If you're the GM, would you do that?
Depends on what
who
you
I'm-
get in return.
It depends what I'm getting in return.
Okay, well, you've seen what they have out there, and they haven't taken that. So would you do
Yeah.
it? or
So
would
if
you not
it was
do
the Bears, no, I wouldn't do that because I'm not going to get a high draft pick.
Well, you're
And-
not gonna
and they
get-
don't
you're
have a
not gonna
quarterback
get-
to throw
you're not
back
gonna get
at.
anywhere else, though. You're gonna get 3 first-rounders anywhere else.
Then I wouldn't
The
do it.
Raiders would do it.
If
The
I was
Raiders
Seattle,
would
I
give
would,
up Derek-
if I was Seattle, I would have
The
said
Raiders
not a
would
good
probably
deal.
I
give
told
up
you if I
Derek
did it, I'd
Carr.
have
Yeah.
to have a high draft pick where
I
I
would've-
could
I would-
a new quarterback.
I would have taken the deal. I would
I would have taken the Bears though, for sure.
I
Dude,
would
3
challenge
first
the
rounders
Jets.
and Khalil
Quarterback at
Mack.
that point.
Hold
You
on,
got
3
no
first.
quarterback at that point.
But you can. There's plenty of quarterbacks in the draft. You
There-
can move
yeah.
up in the draft. I mean, you could have turned
Yeah, you-
one of those. You
I
could have
signed
turned
Colin
one of
Kaepernick.
those.
None of those quarterbacks are gonna be better
That's
than
not a
Russell.
bad. That's not a
I
bad.
I agree with you.
Rick.
I agree with
I
you that
agree.
none of those. But having Russell Wilson doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to make a lot of noise. They got a
They
lot of
might
holes
not
to
even make
fill
the
in
playoff.
Seattle.
Not,
this year in
not
our
having
division.
Russell Wilson guarantees they won't make any noise.
Right, but
No,
at some point in time, you have to decide: are we good just staying mediocre because we have a great quarterback or a franchise quarterback, or do you finally say, okay, it's time to
Yeah, but you
we got to
can't
start
just
thinking
trade
about
him.
moving on?
You can't
No,
just
but if
trade
you
him
can
to
get-
anyone
if
either.
you can get
here's the
3
scenario,
first-round
'cause I
picks
kind
and
of
I
a
know,
real
but you can't
magic,
just trade him to
he'll go to the
anyone.
Raiders.
you have to consider it.
If
He has
you
a no
give
trade
up
clause.
Derek Carr, and Derek Carr's not the greatest quarterback, but he's a good supplemental
He's a good
for
quarterback,
your
yeah.
system. And you give up Darren Waller and you give up 3 first-round picks, then I think that they could make that deal with the Raiders.
Yeah, they could probably do that and keep Metcalf and keep
Because at
what's
least
his
they're
name?
getting a
Yeah.
A quarterback.
complimentary quarterback. And you got Darren Waller,
Good
which they
quarterback.
have a good relationship.
Yeah, but did
And
the,
they got
Raiders,
receivers already.
did the Raiders put that out, that Darren Waller?
No. I'm not
No.
saying they
Oh,
did.
he's
I'm
just
not
saying that's how
did.
they
I'm
did.
just saying
Right.
if they're smart, they would do a deal like that.
I wouldn't give up Waller. Waller's the best tight end in football. I wouldn't give up.
No, stop.
Yeah,
But
he's
you
just
have
the
to-
best tight end.
what do you
Yeah,
have- what do you have a
Kelsey.
shot at-
Fantasy points.
You have a
Look,
better
look,
shot
take a
of
look at
winning
his
the
numbers.
championship with Russell Wilson than you do Waller, right? You want
Not-
Trubisky and
not if he
Waller,
doesn't have any. Okay, so when
and
he
you
comes,
think that's going to be a better?
no, okay, if you put Russell on that team,
Final
who's he
point.
going to? You take Waller out. Who's he going to throw the ball to?
He could throw to Ruggs. He could throw to somebody else.
Oh, okay.
They could pick up receivers.
All right. Well,
Better,
we'll
better than what they have. They're better.
I
than
think they
Waller.
picked up Emmanuel Sanders, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, they did. Pick
Oh,
up
did they?
Emmanuel Sanders.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. All right. See something I didn't see. All right. We're gonna go ahead and move on.
There's still
We're gonna
T.Y.
plenty,
Hilton.
we'll have plenty of time.
you got other options at receiver.
Yep.
Wait,
Thank
that's
you,
why
Batman.
none of you guys are GMs, including me, because we all be fired.
I told y'all we can set up a fantasy team. You know what I'm saying? A fantasy league. We could GM. We could just start. You know what I'm saying? With a draft and just see how we do this. You know.
Say less.
You
Say less.
hey. Okay. Excuse me. All right.
Okay.
Hey, by the way, I just want y'all to know. I don't know if y'all are seeing this, but our guy James is out here listening to us, and he's offered some pretty funny takes, including that Russell's overrated. Now we're gonna talk about that later. Shout out to you, James. Though, thanks for listening. All right, so we're gonna move on to the second quarter. We're gonna get to
All
the hottie face-off. B, you run this thing.
I'm taking it.
All right,
Oh, here we go.
All right, let's see.
Let me get this going.
where are we at in this now? B,
We are
at
at the
Elite Eight.
Elite Eight.
There we go.
So we're at the Elite Eight,
Oh man,
and we're gonna finish this thing off today.
Hold on.
do it.
Let me just reiterate something. Y'all fucked up when y'all took Beyonce out.
Hey.
Hey,
that was
left to
coming.
the left,
I
buddy.
knew that was
Hey,
coming.
can you mute him, man?
Hey, the Grammys, Rick. Rick, did you watch the Grammys?
Yeah, I did.
You saw Beyonce?
I did.
She looked like a surefire winner to you then? Let's keep it buck. Keep it buck.
Whatever,
keep it
fam.
100. Keep it 100. This is the Grammys where you're supposed to show out. Did she look like you wanted her to?
She could beat at least 3 on this list, okay? I don't care.
It changed real quick.
All right, here we go. Elite Eight time.
Mm,
Lauren London
yay.
versus Anna.
This is not a fair pick. Cause them pants.
All right, let me get this thing going. So, Mr.
Lauren.
Rick's already going with Lauren.
Lauren.
So we got one for Lauren. Okay. Mick,
AC.
AC, Renee.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Lauren, but I
Damn.
gotta go with Anna Cherry.
I
Okay.
knew it. See, I
Bob?
gotta pick the one that
Going Anna Sherry.
I know it. This ain't even fair. Y'all put her butt out here like this.
Give me that cherry.
Look at see. This ain't fair. They
It's
disrespect
over.
me. Oh my
Anna
god.
Cherry. I'm
So disrespectful.
Anna Cherry wins. All right, next one. Rihanna versus
here we
Demi
go.
Moore.
I'm betting. I'm going last.
You can go last. Maybe that'll change your pick.
No, it ain't.
All right, we're gonna start off with Luda.
Give me DR.
That's
Babo,
Going with the Rose.
the Rose. Renee?
Give me that Riri. Give me that Riri.
Riri.
Oh,
Mick.
Mighty DR.
Oh, this is
Put
so
in work.
disrespectful.
yeah,
Put in
yeah.
Okay, Rick.
Rihanna, y'all don't even know who Demi Rose is.
I
Don't
know
need
who she
to.
is.
Don't need
He
to.
said I don't need to.
Don't need to.
Ryan, it's on you.
All
What
right.
you got?
All right.
Right.
Well, actually, I I'm gonna go Rihanna. So we have a
Whoa.
3-3. So do we have somebody
James.
on
James,
James,
talk to
give
us.
us a vote,
Talk to us.
podcast to give us
Joker,
we
somebody.
Come on,
you know,
a fan.
need somebody?
We need
Somebody
a fan.
break
Be
it.
Rihanna.
Give us
Rihanna
a
or Demi Rose. You can see it right now if you're watching live.
first
Give us a
commenter. First commenter wins.
There it is,
I'm about to-
Demi. Oh God, no, that's Bobo. Get out of here.
Bob,
Tiebreaker.
I'm about to call Rob right now. Like, hey, bro, I know you're not on the podcast, but I need it right now.
Yeah, we're
Bob is Trump's conspiracy every week on this thing, right? Like, all the extra voters.
Mike
Oh,
or
look,
Ramon.
Uh-oh.
seriously is
Uh-oh.
calling him. Look at this. Good Lord.
I
Come
need
on.
this.
Anybody? No, come on. Nobody on YouTube.
Refresh
don't
his
think
page.
there's
James, you still listening?
yeah, we're
Yeah.
good, James. Need a vote.
Come on. Make it quick.
Russell's
And Rob ain't
overrated.
gonna answer because he can't say it in front of Nikki. So it
Then
don't matter.
someone- Brian, flip a coin. Rick, flip a coin, and whoever.
We'll go on. Let's see if somebody finally chimes in.
All right.
We'll give it a minute. All right, let's go. Next one. Lily Adriana versus Malika Terry,
I'm
right?
going Malika Terry.
Miss
I agree
Terry.
with Rick.
All right, hold
I
on,
concur with
hold
Rick.
on. Malika has 2 there already, and Lily. Who Renee,
Miss Terry.
Miss Terry. Mick.
Lily Adriani.
Okay,
What?
Luda.
Give me L.A.
LA says I'm actually going with Malika. So Malika is
All right,
gonna move
there we
on.
go.
Oh, come on, man.
So Malika moves on. All right, and the last one, Zoe
Wow, y'all
Saldana
are disrespectful for this.
versus
Going
Nikki
Zoe.
Heaton.
I don't care. Y'all don't.
So
all
you
my
went
picks are gonna
Zoe.
lose.
All right,
Yeah.
go ahead, Mick,
Nikki.
Nah, y'all some
Renee,
boy.
It's in the name, man. The heat is on.
Renee.
I'm sorry, Zoe. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Gotta
so
go
Nikki
Heat.
Heaton, Bob.
The heat is on, buddy.
All right, Luda.
NH.
Yeah, I'm going NH also.
This
Sorry,
tells me a
Zoe.
lot about you guys. A lot.
What
I
that
didn't
we
get-
that we are impressed by
Curves.
beautiful
Facts.
looking women.
By actual beauty.
Nah, look, it ain't the beauty. It's the booty. Yeah, I know what y'all talking about. It's all good. It's all right. It's
There's
all
a
right.
lot. There's a lot there.
Rick is
Just
upset.
saying.
I
Yeah.
am. I
You
am.
over there
I
breaking?
am.
You over there breaking shit?
All right.
I'm over here.
Anybody? Did anybody
They got
figure
great
out?
personalities.
Did anybody comment for us?
I
don't see
didn't get a
anything.
comment, so we gotta flip a coin.
Just flip a coin.
All right.
Flip a
Somebody
coin,
got a
flip a
coin
coin.
because I don't have a
Right.
coin.
Brian,
Oh.
you do it.
Is
Okay.
Batman Jedi watching?
Nah, he's in bed still.
He's
Hold
watching
on.
his eyelids.
Exactly.
Wait,
Right.
I don't trust Rick. To
I got
do
a
it.
coin. I got a coin. Here,
Yeah,
I'll,
it's-
I'll show it to you.
It's a It's a
don't trust
double-headed
Rick.
coin.
right.
It's like I don't trust.
I
Rick.
don't.
All right. So which one you want? Rihanna to have heads
Yeah, that's fine.
and then tails for.
Oh,
for...
whoa.
No.
Jason just commented. James just commented.
Uh-oh.
Ah,
What did he
no, man.
What did he pick? Who did he pick, Bob?
Rihanna.
He picked Sherry. It says Sherry.
Yeah.
But I
But it's
think-
not. That's not the one we
but-
needed.
but
It's
that's not
Rihanna
the
or
one,
Demi
yeah.
Rose. We need
It's
Rihanna
a
or
delay.
Demi Rose. James.
Nah, it's gonna get flipped. We already decided. Flip.
All right, flip it.
All right. Ah, Rihanna
We
lost.
know who won.
All right.
Rihanna
So
lost.
Demi
Rihanna
Rose.
lost.
Yeah,
This is my bull.
okay.
All right.
Ella,
so
Ella,
okay.
Ella.
So moving on, it's now Anna Cherry versus Demi Rose.
Let me see. Put it up. I gotta see.
Can we see the picture?
Oh, we can't see.
Well,
the
I'm gonna
face.
have to. I'd have to go back, but
Just go back to
and-
their individual pictures here.
right. And Malika Terry versus Nikki Heaton.
Okay.
Malika Terry for the win. I don't care. Take whatever you want.
All right. So let me go back up. So you have
Thank
Anna
you.
Cher-
Hey, James
Anna
said.
Cherry.
James said
Okay,
Rihanna. James said
Anna-
Rihanna.
Yeah, but I thought we were flipping.
You already flipped the coin, man.
Damn.
Okay.
So
Dan
Anna,
said Riri.
Anna,
You should take
Anna
that.
Cherry,
okay.
Anna Cherry versus Demi Rose.
Oh shit.
Anna
AC.
Cherry
AC.
versus Demi Rose.
This is like that eye test at the optometrist.
Yeah.
How about here?
Just so
How
y'all
about here?
know, just so y'all know,
Here
just go back to the other
or
one.
here?
That's a Photoshop. Look at the right side. That's a Photoshop. But just
How is-
y'all, just so
how
y'all
is-
know.
Okay,
That's
photographer.
not Photoshop right
Just-
there.
Going with
Yeah.
Anna Cherry.
AC. We're going AC.
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 AC
Yeah, I'll go with
Well,
AC.
All right.
Let's
Anna
see,
Cherry
there it is.
moves on. All right.
to the finals.
I
And
feel like I
then-
need that. I might
Yeah,
have
to the
get off-
finals.
try
And
to
now you
get
have
these girls up.
Malika Terry versus
Oh.
Nikki Heat.
Nikki
Malika
Heat.
Terry.
Malika
Mm.
versus
Malika.
Nikki.
Give me
Malika.
Nikki. Give me
Give me
Nikki.
Nikki.
Hold on.
MT.
Nick and
Ages.
Luda have gone with
I
Heaton.
never want to do this again with
And-
you guys. Never.
Rick and Bobo have gone
On
with
my own
Malika.
bracket.
Yep.
Renee.
Stupid.
I don't even know.
Right.
what they-
Renee.
I hear you.
Who you going with?
I feel like I need multiple pictures of these girls now. Like I need to see.
I'm going with Malika. That's,
Yeah, I think I'm going Miss Terry as well.
I just want to
All right,
repeat.
so Renee
This was
said
supposed to
Terry.
be celebrities.
Hold on.
When this all started.
Renee said Terry.
Hey,
so
I didn't
now
know.
it's
I don't even know half these girls on here. I ain't gonna lie. I just
That's
see
what I'm
photos.
saying. This turned into Instagram.
Hey,
Man,
Renee, that's the
all right.
right answer, by the way.
Yep,
Yes, sir.
The right answer.
it's my girl's birthday. Can she get up here? She's number one. For me.
Hey.
There you
Ah.
I'm not betting on your girl, dog.
She must be
That's-
listening in the
that's sweet.
background.
I'm not
All
betting on
right,
your
so
girl,
hey,
dog.
the final is Malika Terry versus
AC.
Anna Cherry.
AC.
AC.
Malika.
AC.
Miss
AC.
Terry.
Okay,
Yeah,
hold on.
Malika
So
Terry.
we have what was it?
God,
Rick
Bob-
and
Bob
Renee
Think
have
like
gone
a
with
Quintero
Malika.
right now. Think like
Bob,
a
Luda, and
Quintero.
Jamal. AC.
All right. Well, we have a 3-3 tie then.
Oh,
So
you're
come
picking-
on, Brian.
I'm taking
I'm,
Terry.
I'm going with Terry.
Come on.
James,
Terry.
we need
But
So
look, James had
James-
already said Sherry. So
No,
I
that
think-
was
I think-
nope.
No, that's like 5
Not
rounds
using
ago.
it.
You ain't going that
Nice
route.
try,
I'm
Bob.
fixing him right now.
Even James said, "Stop saying Zoe."
Yeah. James,
James, I know you're listening. Is it Sherry or Terry? Sherry
Anna-
or Terry?
Show him
Oh,
the photos,
man, this
man.
is
Show him
gonna
the
be
photos. so you
I
can see
did.
them.
So-
There's Terry
said-
and there's Cherry.
Hey, Terry just came through. I don't know who.
No,
I'm-
that was
It
Renee.
says
Nah, that was
Rini.
me. I
That
shot
was
that.
Freaking fake news, burner account, alt-right
Sherry.
activists.
I'm asking him. This is my boy. I played basketball with him. He's like
Oh,
an older
okay.
brother to me. He's a lot older than me.
I thought you were putting those fake votes
No,
in.
oh no, oh,
No,
you
James.
yeah,
James, no. He
Who
picked
did
Terry.
yeah.
Pick
nah.
Terry.
Thank you, James.
There
Yeah,
it
Thank you,
is.
James.
Wait,
Thank
who
you.
Wait.
did he pick?
He
He
picked
didn't
Terry.
pick anybody.
picked
He
Anna
didn't pick
Cherry?
anybody
Yeah,
yet.
he picked AC.
No, that's Luda. I mean, that's
He hasn't
Bobo.
picked anybody yet.
No,
Oh,
Renee
wait, I'm
picked
sorry.
it.
That's Bobo out here.
Yeah, I know
showing
because
my
he
bad.
has-
the little purple came through.
Damn it,
The little
Bobo.
purple,
A
one
little
that came-
purple.
Yeah,
Purple and gold,
yeah.
baby. Purple
little
and
purple
gold.
thing, man. I don't like that.
So
Hey, you
we're
know
still
what?
waiting. Are we still waiting then?
I
We're
don't
still waiting.
understand why we're doing this.
Well, why
these
don't we
are
move?
these are
Let's move, and
Instagram
then once
girls.
he votes, then we'll crown. We'll
All
crown
right.
the champion.
All right. So
All right.
I'm gonna stop the share. You can get back to third quarter. Or moving on to the third quarter.
I'm not. You guys, you know, we'll announce the winner at the end. Beyonce was it. Anyways, all right. So third quarter.
I still can't believe that Christina Milian didn't even. Whatever. You're
Right?
mad. I'm
I'm
mad.
saying,
too.
I
I'm mad
agree.
too.
I agree,
Y'all
too.
messed it up by putting in Instagram girls first and foremost. Their job is to take their best angles and Photoshop everything. A lot of them, not all.
And
of
you
them.
don't. But wait, hold on. You don't
Isn't
think
that
none of the
job
celebrities do the
supermodels
same
and
thing?
celebrities?
Yeah, thank you.
No, their
I'm
job
pretty
is to
sure
let
they-
me take their best angles. I'm just kidding.
That would be
Oh,
Still Frame
man.
Designs, located in Arizona.
Hey,
Rob,
shameless
Rick
plug,
Rob.
shameless plug. Rick Rob, still frame Ricky. You know what I'm saying? Gang. Shout out to my boy Chioka. Anyways, all right. Yeah. Oh my God, man, y'all kill me. Nah, all good and fun, man. We just messing around here. Let's move on to the third quarter. We'll get back to that. So we decided this week that it's been a while since we debated some things. So instead of us talking about life and just different things that we think about, we're just going to debate some sports related stuff. So let's jump right into it. Okay. And I say, let me jump right into it as I don't have it prepared. We were talking about top 5 quarterbacks. That's going to be where we start off. And recently Sports Nation had released 4, and then they left the 5 sort of a mystery, you know? So what's up? What were you gonna say?
Well, I was saying they left it open for like so you could debate about it basically.
Yeah. Basically. And
So who did they list as the top 4?
hold on. Oh man, I've got 5 of these things. Can you believe that? This is a constantly debated topic, as you can imagine, because not everybody sees the beauty of Beyonce. So, anyways, oh, you know what, guys? I'm sorry. That was the wrong one. I'm sorry. That was the greatest wide receiver.
Receivers, right?
Yeah. But hold on. So
Oh,
the
we
5
already
that
know
I got
what that
actually
is.
from
We already went through
ESPN.
that.
Yeah, we'll go through that one. I'm sorry. We already did. The top 5 quarterbacks, and this is according actually to Ryan Clark of ESPN. He said Tom Brady, 1. These are in order. Joe Montana, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, and Patrick Mahomes. What do y'all feel?
I disagree with that shit. Kurt
Okay,
Warner
jump
should be
in.
on that motherfucking
Stop.
list. You know, well, look, Kurt Warner's already
it.
in. Kurt Warner's in the Hall of Fame already. How many
Right, and
quarterbacks?
that's fine.
How many
It's a
quarterbacks?
well-deserved
So where should Kurt
Uh,
Warner be? 7?
No, he should be at least in the top 5. How are you going to put Patrick Mahomes? You're putting Patrick Mahomes there because he's the current one of the best current quarterbacks now.
Warner's got
can't.
one chip, right?
Huh? And
Warner's got
multiple
one chip.
appearances and
Yeah, one
multiple
chip and
appearances.
but 2
Can we,
visits.
can we qualify this list? Do you have to have a chip to be on this list? Because that's going to eliminate a lot of
Right.
people and actually make this thing a little more legit. Or do you not have to have a chip?
Well,
Or,
I'm
I mean-
just saying who in this top 5 doesn't have a chip?
No, they all have chips.
No, they all have chips.
Yeah.
They all have chips.
But
So,
some of
I
them
mean-
have one,
I
and you
think
have
if
you're
other
splitting
quarterbacks
hairs-
out there that have.
So who would you
multiple
replace?
Chips.
Well, but Drew Brees isn't in there. Hey, Drew Brees isn't a top 5 quarterback all time.
What about Marino?
Drew Brees' numbers are way better than Marino's. But yes, Marino should be somewhere in there.
Hey, he also played a lot longer than Marino. So
All right,
it's arguable, right?
so real quick, then give me your top 5. Chip or
Don't
not?
worry
Jamal, shoot.
Anyone
Jamal,
offer
go with your
proxies?
top 5. Shoot.
I like everybody. I'm taking Patrick Mahomes out and I'm putting Drew Brees there. There's my 5.
Okay.
Here's
Okay.
my 5. You have Tom Brady number 1 for sure. You have
Okay.
Montana.
You better say
You
it.
have Kurt Warner. You have Warren Moon. You have, I would say, the last one.
Bubby Brister.
No, I'm not sure on the last one. I mean,
Matt
lie
Leinart.
on me.
Jared Goff, because he got the Rams too.
No, not
Super
not
Bowl.
Jared Goff. He's not there yet. You know, but
Oh Lord, he ain't never gonna be there in Detroit.
Name-
Brian,
name
you want to
it.
shoot
Name
that? Shoot
Yeah,
yours?
Brian.
Look, man,
Otto Graham.
I'm in agreement with Tom Brady, obviously. Joe Montana, even though I'm a Cowboys fan. Peyton Manning for sure. Man, I just look at guys that won multiple. I mean,
So you're
Bradshaw.
thinking Eli
Bradshaw was a
Manning?
good quarterback.
Eli Manning, you want to put him up
No,
there?
Bradshaw was a good quarterback.
so
I
you
mean,
won't
look
add
at
Troy Aikman to that?
Troy Aikman was a good quarterback, but
He won
and his
multiple.
career got
Otto Graham
that's what I'm
won
saying.
multiple championships.
So did Otto
too,
Graham,
right?
but
Otto Graham.
I didn't
Hey,
get to
you're a
see him.
Cowboys
To the
fan.
archive.
I didn't get- I
Sure,
didn't-
sure.
I didn't get
but
to
I'm
see
saying
him.
you can't exclude him just because we didn't see him.
No,
Yeah,
I
we
don't
can
know.
because we don't know how good he was. If we
But
haven't seen
aren't
him
we
play.
taking skill set into consideration too, though?
Then you got to consider
should be.
Warren Moon.
Well-
He's good, but does he have the skill set of an Aaron Rodgers or a Patrick Mahomes?
He was skilled enough
I
to
think
win
so.
football games.
I
That's
mean,
what he was.
I don't believe he's as good
I
as
won't.
those guys.
I'm not
I don't believe he's as good as
gonna
those guys.
include Patrick Mahomes yet, just because his career's so young. So I'll
Right.
leave
Thank
it at
you.
that.
I
Ryan.
agree.
For
Thank
me,
Right.
right? But Aaron Rodgers' skill set, yeah, that's great. You're super talented. You're not winning anything.
Damn.
You're super talented. Awesome. Great.
But yeah, but,
You're
but
amazing.
also your situation dictates if you're going to win or
Sure.
not as well.
I mean,
Sure.
okay.
Yeah, look
Aaron
at
Rodgers
Marino.
and
Marino
Steve
had a
Young
hell of
have
a
the same
career, but shit, Miami was only really relevant like
In the
3-4
early
years out of all of it.
All right,
know,
so
I
hold
mean-
on. Okay, so consensus number 1 is Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You have to say it.
Uh,
Montana
so-
4-0, no interceptions.
Okay, consensus number 2 is Joe Montana.
Yes.
Yeah,
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Okay.
with
Joe
you.
Montana was the
And-
GOAT until Brady just.
I agree with
Yes.
you. I
Yeah.
agree with
Okay.
you.
And so
I'm a
then
Niner
at
fan.
number 3 we have not Aaron Rodgers, we have who?
Warner.
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning.
Kurt Warner.
Nah, fuck out of here. Okay, Peyton Manning. and then
I would
four-
say consensus wise, I think everybody here agrees that Peyton Manning's in the top 5.
Sure.
I
Fine.
agree.
Okay,
So-
4.
He's
Then
not
we
in the Hall
have-
of Fame yet.
This is when you start to get debate is 4 and
We
5.
have Randall Cunningham, right? All right. Everybody?
Aaron Rodgers. To not put Aaron Rodgers in there, winning or not, at his body as a quarterback, he's probably besides Patrick Mahomes, from all the quarterbacks I've ever seen, he's the second most gifted quarterback that I've ever seen in the 35 years I've watched football. Aaron
Okay.
Rodgers.
All right,
Aren't you
fine.
48?
And then at 5, who we rounding it out with?
Well, Mick had Breeze.
I like Breeze.
Breeze.
Oh,
I would-
that's
I would put
That's
Bradshaw or Aikman above Breeze.
yeah. I put other
Mm.
people above
You guys are
that, but
missing
that's your-
Elway too. Elway was a great quarterback.
Always great too. See,
I mean, it's hard to top five.
actually, I
Alright.
would put.
So
Actually, I
five
would probably
is-
put Elway before Breeze. I mean, he's got 2 Super Bowls.
So then let's take Chip. Then you have to have had a chip. Then let's make it easier. You have to have a chip. Then I'll pull Breeze out. And
But
to
Breeze
your
has a
point-
chip.
Breeze
has
has
a
a
chip.
chip.
Breeze- yeah,
that's
Breeze
right.
has-
That's right.
Oh,
That's right.
you
Yeah.
fired
Okay, then I'm
for
leaving
Breeze.
him in. Then I'm leaving him in. Then.
I'm yanking him. I'm putting him back in. You're back
I
in.
like Breeze. I like Breeze.
I forgot that he won that chip.
Yeah,
All
that's
right,
how good
next-
he was that you forgot. he won a chip.
Other guys too that
Yeah,
that
but I didn't forget about his
people don't-
527 touchdowns.
dude.
He's about
Jim,
to get beat by
Jim
what? Tom
Kelly
Brady
was a
to
hell
go?
of a quarterback.
No chips though. He's
No, I agree, but I'm just saying. I mean, a dude who takes a team to 4
Yeah.
Super Bowls
straight Super Bowls.
Right.
Yeah.
is a good.
Shout out to Donovan
fucking
McNabb.
quarterback.
4 straight NFC champions. Damn. All right, man, we moving forward. Okay, so the next one is NBA. We're talking about the top current point guards. This was released by Hoops Nation. We're just gonna go. You guys want to do top 5 or top 10? Top 5. Let's do top 5.
Top
Top
five.
5. All right. So number 1, Steph Curry. Number 2, Damian Lillard. Number 3, they got Luka. Number 4, they got James Harden, and number 5, they got Kyrie Irving.
Yeah,
They need to
take
put
Harry
Chris
out.
Paul in there. They
Can I
need to put
just
Chris
Chris
stop
Paul.
real quick?
should be in there.
Chris Paul was at 7.
Can I just stop real quick because all 5 of the guys that you just named are really 2 guards that are listed as point guards. But
Right.
They're
Well, that's
not
because
true
they bring
point guards.
they're ball dominant. Yeah, they're ball dominant. They start
Those
the
guys are
offense.
all
So in this
ultra
NBA, that
scorers.
starts.
Okay.
Because
All point
at number
guards are ball
6,
dominant.
at number 6, guess who number 6 was? Ben Simmons.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
horrible.
exactly. Ben
he's
Simmons.
the true
Horrible.
point guard of everybody.
But yeah,
that they
I was
mentioned.
just gonna say,
Chris
yeah,
Paul's the true point guard in
at
the
7.
NBA right
Yeah,
now.
but
You guys are
he's
so
got
old
7.
right now. Y'all sound old. Y'all sound old right now.
Hey, well,
He's the one keeping Phoenix relevant.
Yeah,
You sound old.
I got
Actually, no. Going back to that, Luca is a point guard.
Luka's a point
yeah,
guard.
but
Luka's
he's
a point
averaging-
guard.
He's averaging 26 points a game.
And he averages
He's still
almost 10 assists a
distributing.
game.
Yeah, he's still
I
distributing the ball.
understood, but that's why I'm saying, what is the definition of a point guard? We're using the 2021, 2020 version of definition of a point guard.
Yeah.
What was the
If
definition
we're
of-
using
Yeah,
players
nah,
of
nah.
now,
Look,
yeah.
Ma-
we have
Magic
to go
was
off of that.
Yes,
considered a true point guard, and
thing
he
said
averaged
top
20
current
points.
point guards.
He's like 19-9, Bob. That's
So he never
more
averaged
point guard
20
numbers
points.
than
He never averaged
27.
20 points.
No, he did, but I'm saying his career, he was under 20 points, and his assists were at 12 a game. That's what I think of as a true point guard. 15 to 20 points and 10 to 12 assists a game. That's a true point guard to me.
Nobody averages 10 to 12 assists a game, and very few people
In
do.
today's
that.
NBA.
Okay, all right. So,
Harden.
okay, 9 assists a game, Renee. If we want to split
Chris-
hairs,
I'm
There's
just
a lot
saying
of
double
guards-
digits
Paul-
is double digits. That's a big difference.
Between 9 and 10, that's a big difference.
Russell Westbrook averaged double-digit assists, right?
Yeah, when I would
Yeah,
argue,
that's
he's
straight
more-
years.
That's one
I would argue
person.
he's more
That's
of a
one
point
person.
guard than the people we talked about.
So
For
are
3
y'all
straight
saying
years.
yes?
So
you
wait,
don't
okay,
agree
so
with the
just let's do this. Top 5 point guards right now.
Yeah,
Who do you
just
have?
give it to me.
Brian, who
Give
do you
him
have? And we'll debate it. I'll tell you mine.
I thought he just did.
I actually think that list is actually pretty on point.
I would agree.
Okay. All right. No, I'm sort of with Bob with Chris Paul. I can't believe that he's not a top 5.
Because he's
Right.
not top 5 this year.
7.
shouldn't have been
It's
all-star
seven.
this year.
But he should be a top 5 this year.
Just an
Yeah.
FYI. I
Over
just saw
Steph?
James Willis posted Sherry, so we should
Thank
have
you
our winner.
for. We said we were gonna
Thank-
get back to that at the end. You know, Bob.
Oh, sorry.
he's excited. He's excited.
Yeah, exactly. You
That
know,
was my
Bob.
pick. That was one of my picks. That's why.
Hey, shout out to Eddie P. I see he out there too. What up, P?
Thank you, Eddie.
Hey,
No, like I said,
but-
Luca to me is a
Luka's
point guard. To me, dude, Donovan Mitchell is a
Shooting guard.
shooting guard.
Michael
is
Conley
he?
plays point guard.
well. That's
Yeah.
true. I forgot Conley
Yeah.
was over there.
Yeah.
I forgot. But
Yeah.
Dame though is like he
Point
handles
guard.
the ball. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a point guard.
Point
so
guard,
I'd
yeah.
say Dame is a solid top 5.
Very young.
So
No.
Trey Young deserves to be mentioned. I probably put him
Honorable
in like
mention?
6. Yeah, but Steph, Dame, Luca, James, and Kyrie, are they all?
I'm kind of out on Kyrie. He plays shooting guard basically.
I mean, yes. with
Right now he
James,
does
you're
with
right.
Harden there.
You're
He was
right.
never a good point guard before. He couldn't get his team no victories. He didn't average no big numbers until he had either LeBron or KD or now this team that he's just smashing. Get
I don't
Kyrie out
know.
of there. Come on, man.
I love Kyrie. It's weird. He's such a
James
he's
Harden-
good.
does
Great.
James Harden
That boy
play-
is
I love
talented.
Kyrie. I think he's the best show on TV when he's playing, but I
Yeah.
don't think he's a point guard.
All right,
Kyrie
so
is
who
badass.
you taking out then?
I
He's
feel
out the
like
5,
Kyrie
and then you put in who?
is a better Allen Iverson. Like he's small like that, but he
Yeah.
scores just at a better.
I
rate
agree.
and Can do
And
that.
AI
out-
was a point.
Take out Lillard.
Well, actually,
add
Eric Snow
Chris
was.
Paul.
No, we're not taking out Lillard.
He said, take
What I
out
say?
Lillard,
Wait,
add
bro.
Chris
I'm
Paul.
telling you,
wait.
why do y'all disrespect Lillard so much?
I didn't. I said leave Lillard in.
So
Disrespectful.
why you
My
getting
favorite
so-
player,
So
Lillard, is
Rick,
Why you
leading
getting
the
so
team
what,
now.
what's the 5? What's the 5, Rick?
It's Steph, Damian Lillard. We're not moving them, Luca, James, and Kyrie.
Yo,
So Renee said-
then in that case, then you pick the list. If we are not moving shit,
I think-
you know.
I don't like
I
James
think-
Harden. James
I
Harden's
think-
a 2 guard. He can pass the ball. That guy's a
I think Ben
scoring
Simmons would be
machine.
fifth.
Wow, you're out your
Get
mind.
So
Get
Ben,
the fuck
okay,
out
all
of
right, all right, Renee. So Ben is your 5. Okay, Mick, you said that
I agree.
James
I'm
deserves.
taking James out. I'm putting Ben in there at 5 and then slide everybody else up.
Wow.
There it is. See,
All right, Luda, you're taking out freaking Damian Lillard and you're putting in Chris Paul.
Yes.
Kurt Warner's the top 3. That's fine. I'm disrespectful. Brian, are you adjusting this any?
I'm removing Harden as well, and I would add Chris Paul.
Jesus.
Same
Thank
here.
you, B.
wait, wait. Why is Harden being removed?
I don't.
I'm just asking.
believe
The
Because
reason
I
for
don't
that.
I don't I
believe he's a
don't
point
really
guard.
consider him a point guard at all.
You don't see what
I
he's doing
don't.
in Brooklyn as a point guard,
No.
I
but
see
you
what he's
consider
doing.
Kyrie a
I
point
see
guard.
what
That's-
he's
that's
doing.
such
I
a
see
short
what he's
Well
term.
done.
doing.
With that same argument, then
He's a
we
point
should
guard,
put LeBron James in there because he can play point guard too, and he
Yeah.
could do that effectively if he wanted to as well. Throw him to
Molded.
I'm just saying, you see Kyrie as more of a point guard than James Harden?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking anyone or
No,
Byron
because
basically at this
Kyrie's
point.
not
'cause
on
you-
that list, right?
No, he
well,
is.
no, if you
No,
pull out
Kyrie
who
is
you
on that
want
list.
and put
He's not in
them
the
in.
top 5.
Kyrie was in the top 5.
Yeah,
Hey, read it again then. I didn't hear Kyrie.
that's
Yeah,
when I
it
said
was-
put
it was-
Ben Simmons
It
in.
was
to
James
take
and
out
Kyrie. They rounded out the top 5.
Oh.
Yeah.
James was 4,
Damn,
Kyrie
I
was
gotta
5.
take 2 out then. You're right. Then I'm taking out Kyrie and James, and I'm putting Chris Paul and Ben Simmons.
Oh, y'all tripping. Okay, I mean, hey, it's
To me, Kyrie and Harden basically just share the duties of both roles of a 1 and a 2.
Not true.
But neither one of them is necessarily a true point guard. Neither one of them are.
every
'Cause
position has
to Mick's
evolved.
point. I agree.
So then
with
you should
that,
be taking
too.
both of them out. and
So
putting
then,
two
so
new
then,
guards
why
in.
is LeBron James not listed then in the top 5? Because that dude gets assists every single
I-
night and puts up points.
I think-
Brian, for
I
our
mean-
listeners,
So if
would
we're
you
gonna
explain-
say we
would you
think
explain
Harden
the
and
definition of a true point guard is?
For me, it's a pass first guy.
Yeah,
That's what
it's a guy who runs an offense.
Floor general.
And
then
floor general.
what we're talking about
Then
is
LeBron has to
Melo
be there.
Ball, Lonzo Ball. I mean, there's not a lot. We're talking about the Ball brothers.
Mike
LeBron's not
Conley.
always
Mike
pass
Conley.
first. Yeah, Mike
Mike
The
Conley.
balls,
I mean,
yeah.
the balls and Chris Paul.
Kyle Lowry, you got
yeah.
there's a few
I
of
mean,
them.
there's guys that do it, but
Right.
these
The,
guys-
the
okay,
game isn't
problem
the
is
same, man.
The point guard and the 2 guard position have blended in the NBA. That's the point.
Yes.
We just
I
call
agree.
it guard now because those are you don't have 1s and 2s anymore. You
It's
have
the same
one and
thing
a
as like
halves.
the forwards though.
The,
They're just
the
all
bigs,
big,
yeah,
right?
the bigs are
and
all
wing
stretched
players. They're
now.
not
That used to
all
be just a
stretch
Euro
bigs.
thing. They're all stretched.
Back to your point, Renee. I'm old and I like old NBA where they had true positions.
Yeah, no, because Nick Van Exel definitely wasn't a pass first.
No.
point guard.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, but he did hit the 3 and did this.
Just gonna let you know he wasn't a pass
did
first
that.
point guard. And I love me some Nick Van Exel.
All right, let's move on. All right, so the next one's just a little bit fun. It's still in the NBA, but it's bringing in music. And Hoops Nation once again put together a couple of NBA player and rapper comparisons. I just want to know if you guys agree with this.
Okay.
Let's start at the back and
Fred VanVleet and Drake. I'm
Yeah,
just
right.
fucking around just because.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they do look alike. All right, so they got first LeBron James and Jay-Z. Would y'all agree?
No.
King
what are
and
we,
King.
Are we talking about like just their legacies? Is that what we're talking about?
I mean,
I-
it didn't
who
give me
knows?
any
Or
yeah.
look alike.
Can you
Well,
repeat
I guess you
the
could put
It's
that
question?
kind of like a
together,
compare
Sorry.
and contrast, right?
These are
I
NBA
agree.
players and who they will be compared to in the rap game.
Oh, okay.
He He can't be
Yeah.
Kanye West, who's like the
Yeah.
richest guy ever. or richest
Kanye
black
West
man
is
in
Kanye
the
West
US.
is going
Maybe.
to be. If you think Kanye West, that's fine. But
No, but I'm just saying Renee's saying the richest guy ever, but
No,
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
maybe.
richest black man in the US. That's my fault.
well, maybe.
And
There's,
you're
there's
saying Kanye is right now?
that's what they.
He's
that's what
supposed to
they
be
were-
worth
that's what
6
they're
billion.
s-
It just
that's
came
what they're
out.
supposed. There's a lot of people who are
paper Samuel
questioning.
right there.
Yeah,
That's
All
there's
right,
a lot of
chat,
people who are
this
questioning.
This is going off the rails. We just talking.
We always go off the rails. Come
Yeah.
on.
That's what this podcast should be called.
This is true.
Off the rails.
That's right.
Well, I got
That's what we do.
I got 30 minutes to wrap this thing up, B. So you know what I'm saying. Let's.
All right.
So
So I'm good
LeBron
with it.
James.
I'm good with LeBron and
Yes,
Jay-Z.
I'm okay with it.
Okay. All right. Next one. Michael Jordan and Tupac.
Hell no.
No.
I mean, I don't know. Who
Only
else
maybe
would
they're
you
bald.
say?
Well, why is
Oh, maybe because they're bald.
Jay Z, but Michael Jordan got Tupac. Like
Who would you
I
give
would
him,
say
Biggie?
Michael Jordan and Jay-Z is probably a better, even
I-
better comparison.
yeah,
than LeBron and
yeah, I
Jay-Z.
would think that too.
I thought they were doing like
I
all
think-
current like players.
Right.
not
yeah, I thought they were
putting
doing
in
current
Jordan.
players too. I'm
Nah,
sorry.
these are just randoms. These
Oh,
are just
okay.
randoms. All right.
Go ahead.
The next one. The next one. Oh, they put LeBron in here twice. I didn't realize that until just now. LeBron
Way to
and
go,
Drake,
Hoops Nation.
right?
That's
They
more
said-
compatible. I could see
They
that.
said
I would say
At the top,
Jordan
ever
and
since they
Jay-Z.
came into the game,
Yeah.
one of the GOATs, whether you hate them or not, and always
Yeah.
putting up record-breaking
Okay,
numbers.
I
yes.
Renee, I agree. Jordan and
Yes.
Jay-Z, and then you go
Yes.
LeBron and Drake.
Yeah, I
Okay,
totally
cool.
agree
I
with
can
that.
see that.
Okay, bet. Kawhi and Kendrick Lamar.
How about
Sure.
Kobe and Pac?
Yeah, I could see that.
I like that.
I like Kobe and Biggie.
That's another one. That's fine. But I like Kobe and Pac because they're both West Coast.
So West Coast. Yep.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that up. Yeah, so Kawhi and Kendrick, you guys with that one?
That's
I'm with
cool.
it.
Why and
I'm with it.
Kendrick?
Both
Okay.
are quiet,
Yeah,
zero
I'm
shit
good.
talking, let the work speak. All right. Luka Doncic and Lil Baby.
Once you get
This is
into
their
the-
reason.
Why he
This
couldn't be
is-
Eminem? Why he
Yeah,
couldn't be
give
Eminem?
the reason. Give the reason. Hold
Their
on,
reason
I'm here.
is they're taking the game by storm. You hear their name in years to come, and one of the best youngins in the game. Maybe.
Fair, I guess.
What about-
I
I
honestly-
guess, yeah.
we haven't
that's a
heard
fair
Lil Baby's
assessment.
music.
Isn't
Oh,
2
no.
Chainz more relevant than Little Baby or no?
We're not talking about 55-year-old 2 Chainz who's still rapping. 2
I'll take that-
Chainz?
So I'll take that as a no.
Yeah, Kobe and Pac was a good one for sure.
Who's
Now
Lil
they
Baby?
said.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know who
Just
I know he's a rapper. I haven't heard
Hey,
his
yeah,
music.
there's a
I
lot
mean,
of Lils
You
and
have
a
heard
lot
his
of
music.
babies in the
I
rap game
guarantee
these
you have
days.
heard his music.
Y'all are tripping.
Yeah.
All right,
There's
the
a lot
next
of
one.
Lils and babies in the rap game.
Yeah, there's
so
a-
it's hard to
there's
get
There's
too
a
many-
lot of littles.
There's too
a lot
many
of
littles.
littles.
Yeah, too
Yeah.
many littles right now. Too
Yeah,
many.
there's a lot of
many
littles.
babies.
So Kanye is getting his comparison, and his comparison is Kyrie Irving.
Oh
I
yeah.
could see
Yeah,
that.
that's-
You
Yes.
see that?
Yeah,
Easy
dra-
motherfuckers.
drama.
There you go.
Drama.
I got it.
Drama,
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
And
Drama
conspiracy,
motherfuckers.
conspiracy dudes.
Yeah, they said pretty fucking insane. Not gonna lie, most
Exactly.
creative in the craft,
That's-
extremely
there it is.
polarizing, speak their mind, and people hate them for it.
That's
There it
that's
is.
spot on. That's spot on.
Perfect.
And then the last one they said Damian Lillard, Dame Dollar.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
right.
That writes
Gave him
itself.
himself, huh?
Father should be like
So-
Fabulous, where you don't get enough credit, but you got hot bars galore.
I agree. Hey,
great.
Fabulous or Jada Kiss, disrespected
No,
for
or
no
no.
reason.
Cameron. That's Cameron right there.
Nah. I keep computers putin'.
Yeah.
Nah.
Who's the booting? Nah, man. I like Cam, but nah, I don't know if he's damn
Yeah,
good.
this shit is weird, bro. All
Almost-
right, so one
almost
last
all
one.
rappers.
The
But-
last one.
ahead.
Go ahead. What were you
I
gonna
was
say?
gonna say I'm with Renee. We got to come up with somebody else for Luca, because none of us know
Should
who
be
Lil
Eminem.
Baby is.
You've
Because
heard his
Eminem
music.
took
Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
the rap game by storm,
Then
just
why
like
can't he
Luka is
be,
right now in the NBA.
Well,
What's that
but
kid's
I
name?
think the issue is Luca is still what
G-Eazy
only
or-
3
or,
years in or
he's
whatever.
like
versus
20.
M's been in the game for
Who's the other kid?
a long time.
I don't know.
Well, I thought that was the last one.
Who's
could
the
be
kid
like
that,
Little-
that,
you wanna
that
be
they're
Little
comparing
Pump?
to Eminem now, the young guy?
Takashi 6ix9ine?
No, he's a white dude, but he's supposed to be pretty good. You know what I'm
Is
talking
that
about?
Harlow or?
Oh yeah, Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow.
Jack
One,
Harlow?
And then there's,
What's
and then
Jack
there's
Harlow?
another one. So GE, it's not GE, it's not him. There's one other guy. That I can't think of his name.
Machine Gun Kelly.
No.
No,
Machine
you know
Gun
what I'm
Kelly
talking
is a
about.
pop
You know what I'm
rocker.
talking- Rick, I know you know what I'm talking about. Let's keep moving. I don't remember his name, but I'm thinking
All right.
about that guy too.
All right, we're gonna go. The last one that we have is NBA high school stereotypes. We all had these in school. Y'all remember most likely to succeed and all those type of things. They've got a couple in here that I thought were pretty funny. So let's talk about it. They said the kid. This ain't even right. Where we starting? I'm sorry.
No, go. You
The kid that gave the whole school the flu, Rudy Gobert. That's
Damn.
not even fucking right.
Damn.
The kid that always picks the fights, Patrick Beverly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who you
You
going
You
with?
can, you can go with Raymond.
Yeah,
Draymond?
Draymond. That's
Patrick Beverly's got short dudes complex. I know a
Oh.
lot about it, so he's always in everybody's face.
Yeah,
Draymond
that's
is
facts.
too. Draymond.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
The
Draymond likes to
popular
kick fools in
freshman.
the nuts.
Yeah, hey,
Popular
I remember
freshman?
that. That was crazy. The popular freshman, LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo Ball.
You know, Melo
Yeah.
Ball.
Amen.
Okay.
The toxic exes, Kyrie Irving and the Celtics.
And the Celtics.
I don't
Damn.
know. After that game, they were giving Kyrie a lot of love, and I was like, why is he doing? I forgot that he played with the Celtics, but after the game, this last one, I don't like. It was like a week or two ago,
Yeah.
and they were hugging it, dapping him up like he was Kobe. So I don't know. I think that might have been more management than it was between the team, but I don't
I
know.
would say LeBron and the Cavs.
They're friendly now. Didn't his dad
That's never
have
friendly.
some connection to Boston?
Who?
Kyrie's
Myers.
dad?
I don't know.
Okay, I thought there was a story out on that one. That one, that's why I thought.
Could
part of the
it
reason why.
could it now be James Harden in the Houston Rockets?
Nah, they're ready to hang his jersey up.
They're about to
Yeah,
give him a
they're
statue.
ready to
Yeah.
retire that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
How about
That's weird.
LeBron James and Pat Riley, the Heat? Ooh,
Hey,
there's some
that's still
beef there.
toxic. That's still
That's still
toxic.
toxic.
Yeah, that is still toxic.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
moving on. We got the ladies, man. They got Kelly Oubre. I don't really know how I feel about this one. I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna just go ahead and whatever
I'm,
on that
I'm,
one.
I'm punting. I'm punting.
Yeah. The kid who's quiet but unintentionally funny, Kawhi Leonard.
I don't know.
He's kind of weird, actually. When you think about him, he's kind of weird.
The kid that does all the work for the group project, they had Bradley Beal.
Sure. I mean, that's
See
the only.
that?
That's funny.
That's the only thing
but
they got in Washington.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they got Russ.
Yeah.
Y'all see what
they got
what
Russ.
Bradley Beal's been doing this year, though, man. That fool's
Yeah.
been giving it up, man. He's been doing
Yeah.
work. The weird spiritual and
Laker.
conspiracy theorist kid. I'm sure you guys know who that is.
Kyrie.
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 Yeah, that's definitely Kyrie.
Most successful is probably LeBron James.
Yeah. Here goes. I'm just gonna do these last ones. The kid who has a little brother who has more clout than him.
LeBron Ball, Lonzo Ball.
Bonzo.
Lonzo Ball.
Yeah. Yeah. The international student that everybody loves.
Luca.
Luka.
Luca, for
Luka.
sure. Yep, Luca. This one's for you, Jamal. I mean, Mick. The senior that goes after the freshman. I give you a hint. He used to be a Laker.
The senior
Kuzma.
that goes to
Trevor
He
Reese.
said Kyle
He used
Kuzma.
to- Julius Randle?
Carl Malone. Do you remember that?
Wow.
Remember when he went after
Yeah,
Vanessa?
when-
Yeah,
but
with Kobe's wife. The whole
Yeah.
thing with Kobe's wife. Wow, that's cold,
Yeah,
man.
but there still was a lot of controversy surrounding that and shrouded by. Like I heard so many conflicting reports that I don't know
Same.
what to believe regarding
Yeah.
that.
Honestly, I don't care.
I don't
Ooh,
either.
They should
Hey,
just
real
do
quick,
hands and call it a
James
day.
said that Kawhi and Lil Wayne should have been compared. What do y'all think about that one? That Kawhi, Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne is
Lil
Kinda
Wayne's not
crazy.
so quiet.
a little spastastic. And he also said
No.
Fabulous is whack with his whiny voice, which is hilarious.
Wow.
So real quick, do you think we could give each other what if we could just do one for us? What would we say each one of us would be? Like if we like Renee, what would we say for Renee?
I don't know. Yeah, I'll come up with it. I don't even know.
Yeah, I can't come up with one for
most
myself.
likely to disrespect his older brother.
That's true. Possibly. I could be more popular than my older brother, like Lonzo.
Yeah, I
Miller.
think he's probably that right now.
Damn, he said more popular than his older brother.
Wow.
Right now. You know, the new guy's always popular until he's not. So give him a couple weeks. He'll be
Yeah.
You don't like me, Jamal? Okay.
All right, well, how about this? Let's think about this and
Jamal's a
let's
senior.
get back to that
chasing
next week.
freshman.
Oh,
What was
I'm
that
just
one?
kidding, Jamal.
Yeah, don't get me cut, Renee.
all right.
I'm just kidding, man.
Yeah, what in the background? Yeah,
Yeah.
You got your
My
back to
bad,
everybody
Jonathan,
right now.
all
Check
jokes.
your six. All right, we'll come back to that, man. Moving forward, it's bump it or dump it time. Real quick with it. Oh man, there's so many things we're gonna talk about. I guess we have to touch this. No pun intended.
Ooh.
The very first one.
Tread lightly. Tread
Yeah.
lightly.
Yeah,
It's up
Deshaun
to 12
Watson.
now, by the way. It ain't
Yeah, I was about to
seven,
say,
it's 12.
what's the updated number? Because we said at the time that we put this on here, we said he's being sued by his masseuses, Deshaun Watson, that is. And at the time that we put this, it was 7. What's the official number?
I think it's 12 now.
I think it's 12.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
up
Wow.
to 12.
This
I don't know how
motherfucker's
we
trying
could
to be
bump
like the
this
Tiger
topic,
Woods of
but-
Right.
football.
Bump
I
it
agree
or
with you,
dump it.
I'm
Man.
dumping it because there's not enough information. I know where there's smoke, there's fire, and I think the truth is somewhere in the middle. There's not enough information from either side. There's a lot of arguments that we all made is why now, and is it a money grab versus if you were truly violated, why didn't you go to the police right away? I don't
Sure.
I don't know about victim. I mean, I understand victims' rights, and I understand how big of a hurdle it is to even bring that to the forefront. So I'm dumping it now just because I don't have enough information.
So do you think the Texans were hiding that information and then just recently said, you know what, screw it. If he wants to leave, then we're going to throw it all out there?
I'm not. I wouldn't bet against that.
Wow. Yeah, I'm reading right now that the attorney for the women has said that
Up to
he will be
22.
submitting the evidence and the affidavits on Monday. So it's
Well, there's a
definitely-
lot more to uncover here.
I think
Sure.
it's
A lot.
Sure.
Hey, all I know is Deshaun Watson's in a world of trouble. That's all I
Yeah.
know. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's true what happened or not, but when there's
Right.
that much smoke,
right.
It's-
And if you're an NFL team right now, do you take a flyer and do a trade at this
yeah,
point?
I do.
I mean,
Right.
Yeah,
you still do?
I do too.
Yeah.
I definitely do
I-
too.
If you,
Well, I think
if
you have
you
leverage.
think you can get them for a lot cheaper, then they might.
But
Yeah,
like,
but,
let's say-
but the
now.
Texan, you do have more leverage if you're an outside trade partner, but are
Right.
the
But
Texans willing
let's
to
say
still
let's say
make
you're
that
just like
trade?
what's the worst that's going to happen to him? Right, he pays up a heavy fine to these women.
Correct.
We don't know yet because the NFL's even investigating.
Right, but
Well,
I'm
he's
saying,
gonna get
He could
yeah,
get
but what I'm
suspended
saying,
for
he's
a
not
year.
going
He'll
to
get
jail.
suspended
He's
for a
not
few
going to
games,
jail. So
what,
right now he pays a heavy
4 to
fine
6
to the
games?
women if you trade for him, and then he's also going to get suspended for the most
8 games.
8 games.
Right.
I would still make that trade.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of crazy how this all started.
Not
We
only
went-
do I
we
make
went
the
from-
trade, sit the 8 games, we get a top 10 draft pick, and our team's going to be stacked with you
Yeah.
and the next big receiver. or
Not
whatever.
necessarily, because
I mean,
how much
depending
did
on
you
what you
just
give
give
up.
up to get them?
Yeah.
You may not be stacked.
Well, that's a good point.
So
That's a very good point.
Right.
Yeah,
But
that's-
you
that-
have to
that
give
whole
up, but
shit
you have
is
to give
shitty.
up less now, probably for him.
Yeah,
than you would have
exactly.
had to.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You could be shitty and your first round pick is still going to the team that you just traded
Yeah,
for.
I know. As he said, I was like, oh, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Man,
So,
that's
I
ridiculous.
don't know. It's
All right,
it's
next
a
one.
really touchy situation. Like you said,
Well, the
no
good
pun
thing is
intended.
he's
I mean-
he's like 25, so fine. If it sets your franchise back a couple of years, the guy's 25. You still have an opportunity to
Right.
build.
Still
You
got
take
like
a step
10
forward and
years
take 2
with him.
steps back. Or you take a
I
step
just
back.
I just hope it's fake, man. I hope
Me
it's
too.
fake. I
don't
see.
know, man.
I
It
hope
sounds
it's
like
fake
some
news,
Tiger
bro.
Woods, but
Yeah.
except not consensual. It sounds like.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope it's fake, bro. Like, I don't know. We've talked about this before with athletes and people of power and the complex that they have as it pertains to how they treat people, especially women. It's a weird dynamic. I really hope that this is all fake news, but if it isn't, it's just
Right.
crazy, man. I
Yeah.
don't know. Be better, people. Anyways, moving on to the next one. Vanessa Bryant, widow of our great Kobe Bryant, released the names of the officers who basically shared photos of the crash scene, and really just, what did she call it? Like not gore porn,
Yeah.
something like that. It was, either way, it was crazy. Yeah, so their names are public. What do y'all bump it or
She
dump that?
put them out on IG,
Bump it.
right? Because she
Yeah.
took photos of each page, and that's how it went out.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess the key thing here is were these 5 officers, I know one of them for sure from what the story was on AM radio out here, sports radio, was that one of them actually took photos and was sharing them at a bar and making big old announcements and showing photos of distinguished, markings and whatnot of body parts to show that it was Kobe Bryant. So to me, that's really bad, disrespectful. But, we all look at stuff, right? When we're driving on the freeway and we see a car crash, many of us slow down and to see
Yeah, I
what
think that's a
happened,
new
right?
level, though.
No, I agree. But what I mean
Right.
is those that first showed up to a scene, they were probably snapping pictures because it's how often does a
have
helicopter go
to.
down? Well, but not
Right,
only that,
well,
but
they
how
have
often
to.
does a helicopter go down? Right. So
Well-
you know, people are going to take pictures, but my thing is what do you do with them after? If it's for the actual scene itself, cool. You know, transfer them off your phone, you know, and do all that kind of stuff. But you know,
Let me ask you this.
nowadays though, you got so many people who just take the photos so they can get paid too.
Well, let
And
me ask you
I-
this: do you think anything bad's going to happen to that? I mean, they already had on. She's just posting their names out there, right? And
don't
as
think
far
anything
as
bad
they're
happen.
going after them.
So
they're
okay,
going
so-
after them. Now, let me
Yeah.
ask you this: if you were able to see those pictures, would you look at them?
No.
I would.
No, I don't
I
want
would.
to.
I probably would. I probably would.
I would.
mean, and unfortunately, a lot of people would. And these guys.
Well,
and
that's what I
it's-
mean. There's so many out
it's-
there that would, but I'm just my whole
Right.
thing is
But-
It's
it-
disrespectful that he shared
Very-
them, that he's doing it, or maybe posting it, or making like making it just more out there. But it sucks. But I think there's a lot of people that unfortunately would have taken those pictures, of the crash scene and everything. So
Give me 30 seconds to pontificate real quick. First of all,
Go
let me
ahead.
say it was wrong what they did. Point blank, first and foremost, when you think about that, that's your family member being shown like that, that's terrible. However, in the culture and the day that we live today, anything happens, what's the first thing that anybody does? They pull out their cameras
take
and
out
they
their phone.
don't help you. You could be getting beat up by 7 people.
Right.
Nobody's gonna help
Right.
you. Pull out their camera and then put you on the internet. That being
Right.
said, I bumped the fact that she did that because I think there
Yeah.
needs to be some visibility on that. But she did put them in danger because now their names are out there and they're getting death threats. But I mean, that's just the culture that we're in.
Yeah,
Ideally, when you take that whole thing into consideration, it's a crappy situation across the board. But people pulling out cameras, showing that stuff, bloodlust, that's where we're at. And that's how we've
Yeah.
devolved as a society.
I agree, fellas. 100%. That's mad crazy. And I mean, it's not just her husband; it's her daughter, man. That's
Sure.
that's
There's
that's
a lot of
wild.
kids
and
that
it's
Right.
not just
It's
the two
hard.
of them. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
just the
It's
two
the
of
other
them.
kids, you're
There's
right.
A lot of other people
You're right.
involved.
Yeah, you're
So-
right. You're right. Kobe and Gigi's name is always at the forefront, but there are definitely more people involved. So, yeah, the whole thing is sad, and I wish once again we would just do better. All right, so let's keep it pushing. The NBA, actually NBA Players Association, I mumbled that. Sorry, announced this week that they're going to have relaxed rules for those that get vaccinated. COVID vaccinated, that is. The rules include when a team has 85% of its personnel vaccinated, those individuals who got the shots will not be required to wear a face mask at the team's practice facilities. They may eat indoors or outdoors at restaurants as local rules allow. They can eat on flights. They can leave the hotel rooms more freely on road trips and schedule more user-friendly testing times. How do y'all feel about that?
They can have
Upper
visitors
dumpers.
too, right? If
They
I'm
can
not
have
mistaken.
visitors too. I'm sorry. Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe they can have visitors as well now.
Now, how many NBA players line up to get the vaccine?
Yeah, I'm bumping it.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm like,
right.
True.
for them
You
to
are,
get
you
back to
bumping
their
it?
regular lives.
Bump
Because
that.
they're finally being treated like we all are being treated, right? Those same rules that you said apply to us as well as normal human beings. So, and then we can opt to either follow suit or
Right.
continue on the path that we want to continue on. So I'm
Right.
bumping it.
That's
Okay.
good for
Devil's
them.
advocate here. You don't feel like that's like kind of like a. I mean, I know it's incentivizing, but it's almost like forcing people to come and get this vaccination.
Vaccine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
whether you-
yeah,
It is.
and it's going to happen.
But
You're
it's
gonna
but
have people
that's
that
the
are-
same thing that we're being subjected to as well, right?
I guess my question is,
Not yet.
what my question
No.
is, why are people so scared of the vaccine?
It's not.
Just don't
You know
trust
what?
it, bro.
I
Don't
don't
trust
think a
it
lot
for
of
what
people
reason
trust it.
though? Like, you think we're just gonna kill off people, or
No, I just feel like personally, I feel like we never had a complete understanding of what COVID-19 was to begin with. The people that were professional or not professionals, but they were experts on the matter. There's been 70 different things, as it pertains to COVID-19. There was never anything concrete that we could actually go off of other than stay home and mask up. And even then, the CDC kept changing their stance on a bunch of that. And then suddenly we have a vaccination to that. And I look, one of my side hustles, it allows me to talk to and engage with a lot of medical professionals along with my personal life. There's just a lot of different information on that front as well.
Mhm.
So either way, for me personally, I've always been taught to question things that I don't fully understand. And as far as I'm concerned, I get what a lot of people are saying. I understand, both sides. My side is I'm just go ahead and chill for right now because I don't. There's not enough information.
I can understand. I can understand those that are questioning the new technology a bit, right? Because your Pfizer and your AstraZeneca and your Moderna versions, right? But the Johnson & Johnson one is what they've always done to come up with vaccinations.
It haven't came out yet, right? Johnson Johnson's.
No, it has come out.
It's about to come out, but real quick. I mean,
but that one has been done based off of the old way of doing vaccines. So to me, if you can get in line to get a Johnson & Johnson one, that's the same as getting a regular flu shot.
Well, we're not doctors to know about which vaccine works. What we're talking about is getting the vaccine and being able to be free with like the players are. For me, is if you want to be able to go out and do more, and you're in that position that with the league you're quarantined or you have to be limited, then go ahead and by all far do it. Now, regarding who's up to getting it or not, you have different people. You have people that are conspiracy theorists, like, hey, I'm going to get tracked or whatever the fuck. But it's getting to the point that we might have to get vaccinated if you want to go to sporting events in the future. We might have to show some sort of proof for that or whatever.
That might be for anything.
Yeah, it might be. It might be, but we'll see how that goes. And it's not there yet, but it seems to be getting to the point where they want everybody.
Well, if you want to go to certain places even before COVID, if you wanted to go to Africa to go for on a safari or whatever, you had to have certain you had to have certain shots to even do that. So
I don't know, to go to Africa.
Coming back to this argument real quick, we're back to it's your employer, right? So you either adhere to their rules or you don't work there. That's the way life works. So that's why I'm bumping it.
Okay. All right. And James has added that the vaccine has been worked on since the Obama administration. It actually is a SARS virus. He said RNA technology has worked on it since the 70s. So, maybe like I said, there's a lot of information out there.
Right.
He's in the medical field. He had to get his shots.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I like I said, I understand both sides. I'm gonna wait.
Well, I'll just say this. I'll trust that epidemiologist or whatever. I'll trust that doctor over a doctor who comes out and says, "Oh, I'm not getting the shot," or "You shouldn't do it because of this and this," and you find out he's a fucking foot doctor. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like too many people. Yes, right. But I'm just saying, too many people start listening just because one doctor said it, and then you go and you research and you find out that person is like, you have nothing to do with disease or
And Rick, one more thing to your point, I'm hoping for herd immunity, so I'm not getting it either unless I absolutely have to. Just an aside.
Yeah. All right, guys, moving forward. So next topic here, the Black College Football Hall of Fame has established an HBCU Legacy Bowl. Basically, it's going to be a postseason all-star game, which will showcase NFL draft eligible players from historically Black colleges and universities. We've had a lot of conversation about how they don't quite get the pub that regular NCAA universities do. What do you guys think about this? Bump this or dump this?
Bump it.
I'm bumping it. Let me ask one side question. I think I know the answer. I'm sure I know the answer. Anybody can go to an HBCU, right?
Yes.
I believe so.
Yes, it's official. Yes, it's not necessarily. I'm sorry. It's a historically Black college, but it's not necessarily
Anybody
an
can go there.
all-Black college. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Yeah,
To answer the question, yes. Yeah. Okay. Good. Moving forward. Sorry, guys. We're gonna move a little bit quicker here. Fury and Joshua.
Is that championship like?
No, it's an all-star.
It's basically a show. It's like a show. It's like the Senior Bowl. Yeah, think of like the Senior Bowl for particular. For HBCUs, you know what I'm saying?
It gives the NFL to go recruit so they can get seen by the NFL recruits.
It gives them a chance to see those players that they probably wouldn't see otherwise. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bump it.
Right.
So Fury and Joshua, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua have agreed to a 2-fight. You guys are for this?
Yeah.
Just tell me something. Where is Deontay Wilder in this mix? What happened?
Deontay Wilder.
He got his feelings hurt. He got his feelings hurt.
Is that what happened?
Knocked out.
Like 10 million to step aside for this fight to happen.
Oh.
So I guess like when you're like
not a bad payday.
When you're the I guess when you're like the number one contender.
Yeah.
But they want to try to unify the belts, they'll pay the number one contender a nice amount of money, which is Deontay Wilder, and they're paying him like 10 million to like step to the side and let this.
And it probably means that he's got something lined up also.
I was
After
gonna
the-
their two
ask.
fights
Does
will
it
be
mean-
next one.
After the two fights,
Yeah.
he gets to fight.
I was gonna
yeah.
ask. Okay.
So he's getting like a double payday, right? Give me 10 million, then when I fight you,
Yeah,
one of you.
10 mil not to step into the ring. Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
then get paid 30 million when I do, whatever.
Right.
That's
not bad.
interesting. All right,
That's
and one
insane.
last boxing one.
Yeah.
The GOAT's coming back. No. Mike Tyson has a fight scheduled for May 2021. We don't know who. You know, we just
Holyfield.
know that it's going to be May 29. Yeah, there's been a lot of
They're,
talk about potentially being
they're
Holyfield.
working on that actually, and he supposedly has a. It's now a what was it called? Legends,
Legends
it's a-
contract? Yeah.
no,
It's a-
no. It's an actual. He's trying to start an actual division.
Oh, like a promotion,
Oh,
like a
okay.
promoter.
Yeah, and
I did
so
not
it's
know
gonna
that
be,
part.
Yeah, it's going to be nothing but like old past
Is
guys.
Lamar
fighting
Odom signed
back.
to that one? Remember we said Lamar Odom had 7 fight
Lamar
deals.
Odom.
I don't think he's on that one.
Who watches the senior PGA?
There's a
No.
senior PGA. Who watches the
Exactly.
I don't watch the
I don't
regular.
even watch
Yes.
PGA.
Yeah.
Okay, but
There
who,
is a senior
You don't
PGA.
watch who watches the senior PGA?
I do watch the big three, if
Nobody
that's what
watches
you mean.
that.
I do watch the big 3.
I
think
might
it's
as well
the
be the
big
senior
I think
NBA.
people
Chavez is
start
supposed to
watching
fight
it.
So
too.
if
coming
Foreman
up.
jumps back into this thing, who's watching that?
Not too many people, but people will watch it.
But he'd
I'll
be
watch
eligible for this new thing.
But people watch Tyson Roy Jones, and that was an
Okay.
exhibition.
No, okay, are you watching that again? Because I'm not.
He said, "Well, you watched it." I see
I'm not
what you-
watching that.
Hey, but you got to see Nate Robinson's fight too. So
Okay,
Yeah.
I watched the
Oh,
fight.
shout out to Nate. He's
I
still
saw better
recovering.
fights on World Star Hip Hop.
Dang. Speaking of the culture of putting your camera out, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So Mick, you're dumping this.
I'm dumping this. I don't want to
Okay.
see. Boxing's already on life support with the guys they have now. Period.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm watching
So
it
they're trying to bring the
for
legends
free.
back.
how about
for
Benavidez
like
and
us.
Charlo?
I would like
Yeah.
to see
that
that.
fight.
That'll
be- that should be a
good
Be a
fight.
good fight.
Yeah.
When?
I think it's going to be in a few months because Benavidez just fought like last week. So,
Probably Cinco de Mayo.
like something like
we'll
that.
see.
Well, I know Chavez is fighting, right? Cinco de
Yeah,
Mayo
I don't
in
know why
Texas.
Julio Cesar Chavez is fighting again. That should not be
He
happening.
needs-
Junior?
Yeah. Yeah.
Legends.
No, the senior,
Yeah,
No.
the dad,
He's fighting
The
De La
the
dad.
Hoya.
legend.
the dad, the legend.
The dad is fighting De La Hoya?
No, I'm
I
just
don't
kidding. I
know.
knew you'd bite on that one.
I was like, damn.
I knew it. I knew you'd bite on that one, bro.
The,
You was like, yo, I'm
Marquez.
in.
He's fighting Marquez. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, but
by the way,
and then Canelo has got a fight coming up though. I think.
Yeah.
on
Oh, does he?
Cinco de Mayo. I think he's
Already?
doing Cinco de
Yeah,
Mayo.
he just signed. I think they just announced it yesterday, the day before, right, Brian?
Yeah.
dang,
Yeah.
it's happening quick,
Hey,
man.
not to push us, but I got to run here. So can
Nah.
we get to the? Can we
Yeah,
get to the final?
it's your time to shine. I was just getting ready to say it's a wrap up. So
Thanks,
you have
everyone.
stepped into the final word. It's all you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be presumptuous or
You're fine.
rushing us along.
No, Rick does talk a lot.
I want to talk about the thin blue line really quick, boys. And these last year and a half, our police have really taken the shield has been tarnished, and rightfully so. There's been a lot of things that have happened over the not just the last year and a half, but you go back to things that have happened and things kind of resurface. And those guys are the people, or the thin line, the people who represent our states and counties. They've taken a bad rap, and it's because of there's been bad apples within these organizations and departments that have brought this stuff to the forefront. But I want to talk about the good people behind the thin blue line, and I would say 98% of the people who wear a badge and do that job on a daily basis are good people with good hearts that really take their job to heart and want to protect and serve. And I want to talk specifically. There's some people in my life that I know, people specifically who do work for the police department, and they're out doing good things. And I'll just talk high level. There's been plenty of examples, and actually just in my life, that have helped me with just connections with different things, being able to get things done, having connections at DMV, having connections at tow yards, having connections around the city at alarm companies or whatever, with other vendors that can be leveraged, and you can benefit from that. I'm not saying that you should like them because they have those connections. But what I'm saying is, if you take that job on a daily basis, they put that uniform on, you never know from day to day, from time to time, from second to second, what's going to happen, who you're going to encounter, what their motives are, and or are you being set up, whatever. It's really a thankless job. I mean, in all honesty, policemen, firemen, first responders, they should be at the top of the pay scale. And then some of the other jobs that we do, those should be lesser jobs, especially in the entertainment, football, that kind of thing. But that's another debate for another day. All I want to say is I know that we all have varying opinions on how we feel about the thin blue line based on individual experiences or based on what we've seen. And I would just caution all of us to kind of take it on a case by case basis and take it on a person. It's kind of like anything else. Anybody that you meet today, I mean, you never know who, friend or foe, whatever. But next time you see a police officer, a fireman, or someone in uniform, salute them, shake their hand, open their door, or open the door for them, buy them a coffee, whatever. Because look, it's better to have them and not need them than to need them and not have them. And I appreciate them, in spite the foibles that we've seen here in the last year and a half and beyond. And that's kind of my 2 cents. Salute the people in uniform, and we have to lift them up, because without them, we have lawlessness and anarchy, and that's not a principle of being an American. So those are my 2 cents. That's my final word for today.
Well
That's your
said,
10
sir.
cents.
That's your
Great
10
job,
cents.
sir.
Well
My
said,
10
sir.
cents.
And I agree with you 100%. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the real ones out there. There's always going to be, some bad apples that make it hard for the batch. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that, Mick. Salute you. We'll talk to you later, King. And we like to thank everybody out there in the world listening to us. Those that tuned in on YouTube, we appreciate you. Eddie P, we see you. My man David Reeves, we see you. My man James Willis, we see you. Shout out to everybody for tapping in. Shout out to everybody that supports us. All my friends and whatnot, all of our friends and whatnot, we appreciate you. You guys stay tuned for much, 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 much more. Also, one more shout out for the birthday. It's my boy Sheldon Pooty Parker's birthday today. King, I see you wherever you are out there, brother. I hope that everything is great. Stay blessed. And with that, we will wrap up 46. Y'all stay tuned for much more. We'll